Just remember, strictly no phones at the table. If you need to use your phone, you need to step up and wait, please. Button 7. Blinds will resume at 100,000, 200,000.
It's always going to happen.
Yeah, always.
At the Marconi main.
How much were you practicing that today? Just like turning over 9 cards? Yeah.
In the Marconi main, I had a final table with 1/3 of a big blind. And I drew the big blind.
Yeah. 27 minutes left, something?
26.5.
Sorry, mate. My bad.
0.58.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck.
And hello to all of you as you join us for the final table and the final event here at the Vista Hotel in Sydney. It's been a long 10 days, and here we are with the final 9 of the main event, playing for over $160,000 up top. It's been I'm sure, a restless night for these 9 players as they finished late last night, had to wind down and then gear themselves up again to come back and play for this massive prize. 𝗣𝗑𝗬𝗢 joining you here, and next to me, at least for the next couple of hours, I would hope, 𝗣𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗍. Welcome, Craig.
Thank you, Harvey. And yes, as you said, it has been a long 10 days or so, but it's been very successful. And as you can see, we've got this huge prize pool we're playing down to tonight. These final 9 players. And if you are familiar with any of them and you are watching and you're cheering them on, make sure you let us know in the chat. We recognise quite a few of them. A few of them we saw yesterday in the coverage, and today they'll be looking to take down $165,000 and that get their banner up on the APT flag that follows the tour around.
Well, hang on, we got an all-in very first hand. How's this, hey? First hand. Paul Grace has pushed his last 1 million chips in with a Jack 10. He will be ahead of Edwin Chu, who's got, no, sorry, it's pocket 3s. It's not 10-9, it's pocket 3s that he's up against.
Yep. And
he's going to need to hit.
It is pretty much essentially a
80
flip.
diamonds too sweaty.
And
80 diamonds.
no help for him on the flop 3s, hanging on there by a thread.
I don't think it's Edwin who's up against him. Our graphics just haven't quite caught up yet.
Paul did start the day with just 6 big blinds, so he had locked up 17,000.
And he has not hit. So, unfortunately, on the very first hand, we have lost Paul Grace in 9th position, picks up $17,000. That would have been a long night for him to come back and just play one hand, Craig.
Yeah, well, he did secure that additional pay jump to get into 9th late last night. So, yeah, he would have, had a night last night would have been, a bit of a sweat. He would have been thinking about it, what he's going to do, and Jack 10 suited. Well, it was a nice hand to get it in with. It. You can't complain of that for 6 bigs, and just couldn't get the job done. So we lose one, down to 8 already.
Certainly don't think this is what we're going to be in for today. This will be a nice grind. Most of the players, obviously outside of Paul, pretty deep here on the table, as you can see. We're at 200, 100, 200, I should say, big blind with the 200 big blind ante.
Yes, well, we do have, not necessarily in the danger zone, but Keane Lee started with 9 bigs, so should be looking to spin it up as well. As will Josh Baraba, Sydney local. And it's up, he's got 12 bigs, and then Ken Dunlucky and 24 bigs. So, yeah, most of the players are fairly deep, and there should be some good play so you can manoeuvre there, stack around the best and make the best decisions, and hopefully get that run good. And whoever runs the best, plays the best, will win.
And got a few hands in already, and then Yuting Wang now waking up with 10s.
Yeah.
What's already brewing is a pretty nice pot.
Yeah, multi-way pot at this stage. although tens might look to bump this one up and try and get it heads up as he puts the time bank chip in and takes an extra 30 seconds to think about his decision. Call and raise, certainly two options that he's got here. Yeah, I did think he'd try and get this down to a heads-up pot. Don't want to go. We don't want to go multi-way with tens. Too many overs to avoid there. And I haven't seen a 10 folded yet, so he'll be looking for that one. But it all depends how the action unfolds.
Probably felt that there was going to be a fold there, but for Fang, with the ace-jack suited.
Does make it quite a large 3-bet with the other players in, and he has to do that because the pot is quite large. Doesn't want to price them all in. If it was a small 3-bet and one person calls, and essentially it's going to go call, should be a disaster. So that's why such large sizing. Put almost half his stack in there, 2.4.
And did feel she was going to fold there. It felt like it, and has. Now Ken is also going to push his cards in. He's Jack 9 suited, so that raise takes it down for Wanting Wang.
Nice pickup there. It's about 1.6 million in that pot, and he didn't even have to go to showdown, so he'll be loving that. That's a great start to the final table for him.
If you're out there on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, let your friends know that we are live streaming this final table. Get some views up. Already got a little bit of support in the chat there for a couple of players, so let us know who you're behind. We're seeing all the chat here from all 3 platforms, so send it in. If you've got any questions, we can answer those as well. Craig, the room behind, as our viewers will see, starting to empty out. Our crew, our loadout crew, headed by Lee Northwop, has already been up and going today and getting those tables and chairs and all the various accessories moving. We've only got a couple of events still happening in addition to this main event.
Yeah, that's right. The bump out crew have come back in and they've started packing up. As we said, the circus must roll on. It's like the travelling circus almost.
It is. And, you know, everyone feels that sort of thing in the pit of your stomach after you've been here for so long and you say your goodbyes and move on. But you're very true, mate. It feels like a circus.
We just don't have the elephant and lion
No,
to
there's been
pack
a
away.
couple of elephants here, I can tell you. There's definitely some donkeys.
We don't have to. We don't have to transport any of the animals around. Thankfully, put it all on the truck and wrap them up and back to the warehouse until the next one, which we saw released the other day. 2 events in Melbourne coming up, one in October this year and then January next year. So keep your eyes peeled for those. We saw Wanting Wang. He's opened the cutoff, and Shulin has found a 3-bet from the big blind. King 9 suited, I like it, and that's going to take it down as well. So first few, we saw the all-in, 2 cards up, and the next 2 pots we've seen taken down without showdown. So if you can do that, you go a long way to winning.
Craig, we had a 2.5K 6-hander start yesterday, and the final table of that's come back.
Right,
That's
yes.
actually sitting up on the stage behind this table. And might get a few shots of that. Still some very big names in that one. It's got a fair prize up top too. I think it's over 30K.
Yeah, I think I might have seen Tony Hashem.
Yeah, I think Tony definitely came back for the final table of that. Quite sure how he's going. It's also only just started. It'll go through to the evening here. And then we've got another event down there on the floor. Looks like there's 2 tables left of that event as well.
That's actually would be a great table to see the spin around with the spider cam as well.
Well, there's Tony going to go and sit down right now, as you just mentioned him, so you can see that table behind. And Ken moves his head out of the way of the camera. Yeah, we can see that table right behind is the 2.5K buy-in. David Hurst picking up ace king on the big blind.
Yeah, now facing just a limp, I'd expect he's going to raise it. Might go 3 or 4x here. It's 200 big blinds.
700.
Upwards of 400, yep. Go 700, yeah. Went quite large there and takes that one down. David Hurst, one of the chip leaders. That was a blind on blind, and the 2 chip leaders are seated next to each other. Seats 2 and 3. And this puts Josh Baraba in the big blind. This hand, I believe, is one of the shortest stacks. It's 2.5 million. Good enough for 12 bigs. Let's see how he... Oh no. Wasn't David Hurst in the big blind? David Hurst was in the big blind last hand, which would have put Josh in the big blind. But oh, he is, yeah. I am right. I'm just,
You are just mumbling to yourself there, but that's fine.
sorry about that. No. So we'll get to see what Josh Baraba has in the big blind here. See if he's defending the open of Shulin. No, of Yuan Wang. Some of these names are going to test my tongue out as well.
That's right. David Hurst should be an easy one for you because he's got ace king again, this time in the small blind. Might get a little bit more action here if he doesn't bump it up too much.
1.2.
Sorry?
1.2.
1.2.
He's bumped it up, but up to 1.2.
4-fold.
Comes back around to One Thing Wang.
I haven't busted yet. Nah, not yet.
You can see he's got a 6.6 behind and decides to let the King 10 go. So that's the shot of the room. You can see those 2 tables behind. That's the final of the Madness, the Midday Madness. 4K up top. About an $11,500 prize pool. Again, just terrific for our very, very last day, the dregs. And I think there's 11 left across 2 tables there behind. And as I said, the other event that's going on there is the 2.5K 6 Max Series saver.
Yeah, that got $34,000 up top for that.
It's terrific. That had a 75K guarantee and finished up with a prize pool of over 100 grand. This has been happening pretty much every day for the whole 10 days, Craig. The guarantees have been smashed.
Yeah, Sydney have really come along to support this series. I think they're all loving the new venue, loving this room, and yeah, just had a lot of support, some big prize pools, and this one, the biggest one of all, 165,000 for first and still 100K for second. So
yeah, we'll take you through the prize pool here for this one. We lost Paul this morning at 9th, and he picked up 17K for 9th. Not a bad bit of work there as Ken hits his 10. That could be,
yeah, top pair and the Up and down straight draw to go with it.
There's a T-shirt for him that he might want to print. Ken hits his 10, but King Kenny.
Yeah, I had a chat to him before play. He's pretty pumped about it. He loves his poker. He's a real stickler for the rules. And he's had a great time here. He said he's been really enjoyed this event. He said he was really impressed with the quality of the dealers and the tables and the venue. So good to see him. He was the winner of the Jack Star in 2024 up at the APL Million and got over 100k for that. So no stranger to big scores, Ken.
I mentioned that table behind for the 6 max. Tony Hashem on that table. Liam J, who also has made that final table. 𝗣𝗬𝗬𝗢𝗨 as well. We've got some names on that.
Yeah, and Matthew Wakeman.
Matthew Wakeman, exactly. I'm just having a look through. So we're going to hopefully be able to spin our camera like we did last night with the spider cam. We can spin it around and keep an eye on what's happening there as well with over 30k up top. But this is obviously the big one. This is the main event. We had 628 entries, prize pool of over $815,000. Just absolutely incredible, incredible on a 400k guarantee.
I see Josh Baraba has woken up with kings here on the button.
Good timing for him, down to 2.1 mil.
Yeah, just off the 10 bigs. He's just made that small open. He doesn't want him to fold out that, particularly King Jack. He'd love that to call. Absolutely love King Jack to call when you've got 2 kings in your hand. Gets his way here.
Heads up.
So Sherry Fang comes along.
Now, he doesn't want to see an ace. He doesn't know that an ace doesn't matter, but he definitely doesn't want to see an ace. He'd be loving that flop. And Shelley is the name that
Shelley Fang, yep.
is popped up in the chat. That makes it much easier for me.
Yes.
So thanks for that. If you know any of these players' nicknames, that'll really help us out here. Shelley's called with the King Jack and Josh's, yeah, done just that one big blind, little perfect size, just trying to get called again. He's not worried about the ace, like he is, but he's not scaring. He doesn't want his opponent to go anywhere here at this stage. He's quite happy with how this is unfolding, and if he can get all his chips in here, you can see there's not going to be a call from Shelley if he does jam. He's just under pot size left, so he's set that up perfectly. If he does, he's hoping to run into a 10 or something that calls, but see how he proceeds. Just another
4 bets. 650.
Around half. What is it? 650, just north of half. Just around half. So pretty sure we will see a fold here. These players do have a 30-second shot clock, and that stack next to each one of their chips, those big wider chips, oversized chips, they're the time banks. Each player has a collection of them to start the day with. I believe they carried over from yesterday, so they may have a different number each, although I'm not 100% sure, but they do look fairly even in time bank chips as well. Maybe they did reset.
Thank you.
Yes, Sherry Fang, thanks for that. And has been consistent throughout the whole series, every stream. There's been at least one female on the table, and it's great to see.
Sherry's been doing a great job here.
One or two females. This one we've got another one as well. I think there's 2 ladies on this table.
And Sherry's decided to push here up. Graphics will catch up. She has pushed all in here.
That's 𝗣𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗬𝗢 actually. 𝗣𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙
Can I have it tonight?
Great representation from the ladies. And a nice pot there going Keeling's way.
And again, she needed it. Down the bottom there. Just 10 big blinds.
So with that first elimination of 17,000, the next player out gets 21 in 8th. You can see those payouts now in the chat there. They go all the way up to a massive 165,000. That's a very nice payday for a few days' work.
So saying yesterday, Craig, excuse me, extraordinary that first and second both in 6 figures, both over 100k.
Yeah, 50k and for 4th, like that's a magnificent score. 2.5 centuries. So you know, if you do get a bit unlucky four-handed, still walk away with a nice paycheck. And St. Edwin, doesn't have the chip lead, but we've seen that he is prepared to get amongst it there and show the aggression and take that approach, and we've seen it's working. He's got that one through, just the 9-8 offsuit, and I don't mind that. And he's just sort of working at his table. No one's really fighting back there, so I think Shulin is on the more aggressive side than we've seen David Hurst, but it's very hard to say. We've only had a few hands, so there's not much distribution yet. It is very card distribution dependent at this stage. But just a feeling I got. We did watch Shulin and Edward and Shu yesterday, and they were getting amongst it. Aggressive poker, they say, is winning poker.
We certainly love to see it on final tables. We love the action.
Ken, he has a decision here. He's got a hand he'll certainly be raising up. Off 20 bigs, he'll probably just go the 2x, which he does. And wow, didn't see this one coming. 3-betting 10-5 of clubs from the small blind against Ken in the button. Ken is opening quite a lot of hands from the button. This time he has actually got value, and we'll see. I'd expect Ken to call here. He may even 4-bet. Ken isn't afraid, we know that. He isn't a stranger to big final tables. He isn't a stranger to playing for big money. And he did a 4-bet jam. And that doesn't surprise me. Ken, I tried predicting what Ken was going to do 5 times yesterday and was wrong 5 times. So today I'm glad I'm 1 from 1. But I did chat with him pre-game, and
did you tell him you were wrong 5 times?
Yeah, I did, and I said I'll try and do better today, and he explained to me his mindset, and I think I'm 1 from 1. Maybe I might stop predicting now because I might ruin that. But well done, Ken. 4 bets, ace queen, takes it down.
And I, again, love the play from watching Wang have a crack. You know, it's been tight so far. He's reading the table. He's just probably a little unfortunate that Ken picked up such a big hand there on the button.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't see too many people doing the 3-bet there with a 10-5 suited from the small. I've probably never done it in my life. I've never seen it like that, but you know, there's more to the game of poker than the cards you're holding. You know, you can pick up all sorts of different sort of reasoning for doing that. And he went with it, and as you said, It's good to watch. Great to watch.
So Edwin now, who had a bit of a field bet and took it down with a 9-8 before, has a genuine ace-jack suited.
Yeah.
He raises it up to 400.
And the other thing too, by opening that 9-8 off earlier and taking it down and opening this wider range, when you do have a value hand like this, you're seen as someone who is active, so you're more likely to get a bit of action, whether if you're just someone who opens, once every hour. So Edwin certainly, when he does have it, he's going to get some action. Shulin with the chip lead, Queen 7 suited. We'll see him at least defend this. I don't think there's any reason to raise. Suited hands like this, you can absolutely, they can flop really well. So let's see. We know his spades are dead, so it's happy to see them.
Oh, look for that for Edwin.
Yeah, and luckily Shulin's completely missed there. So we'll see Edwin win this pot, I'd imagine, pretty quickly.
I like the fact that he's betting.
Yeah,
Most players, I imagine, would just check there, having 3 aces, but you can't get a customer. And
yeah, well, he blocks pretty much the any hand that Shu could have there. So he did go small, and it's pretty normal there when you've got that. You do have to bet range, and nothing for Shu to defend with, so he just takes that one down.
Tell us about the week, Craig. It's been pretty interesting as we swing round and have a look at that 6
There
max.
they are. That's a great table. Let's see.
That'll be a chatty table too. Have
Matt
a look at
Wakeman, seat 1. Robert Spano, seat 2. Tony Hashem, seat 3. Liam G, who's seat 4. Cut away just before I got to the
Fair,
others.
wasn't
But, I think Jim 𝗣𝗪𝗧
Yes,
was one of them, and the other guy, Peter. Oh, yeah. So some well-known faces on that 6 max table. As I said, they're playing for $34,000, $101,000 prize pool from that field. Another was guaranteed smashed, so that'll be fun.
Peter Owl. That's who you're talking about. He's on the short stack on that table.
Okay, yes. So almost like a state of origin table.
It is. Jim 𝗣𝗪𝗧 loves a chat, so it'll be nice and talky out on that table.
And
We come back here. Let's see. Shulin call.
yep,
Just a check from David in the big blind.
I think we see David's made the best hand here, and Shulin with the check pre will check it over. No, he wants to go with the ace, so he's betting his ace high. He is going to face the call, I'd imagine, from David. Does have the heart working for him with that 8, so does make the call. King now. It gets a bit interesting. If you're betting that flop like Shu did on the queen high board, and then the king comes and you bet again, what are you saying you've got? So you may be a bit concerned, but if he goes again, I'd imagine Dave was going to have to fold here. He didn't pick up the heart draw, and the 2 big overs now. There was no raise pre from Shu, so he could have a curious call, but this will give us some idea of David's approach to Shu's game. What he thinks of Shu, if he's capable of betting here with fresh air. Does let it go.
Yep, and the shoe is on the other foot there as he Gets him to fold.
That's a. If you're new to Harvey Silver's commentary, you will hear some crackers throughout the day.
I'm starting early.
He's one of the best. He started early.
I'm ahead. Pretty sure.
He hasn't even had a sip of his Coca-Cola yet.
No,
So
I have not.
when the sugar kicks in,
Indeed.
that's just a warm-up.
Well, I do have to tell you, there's a couple of people on the rail did tell me that he was a shoe-in to win it, so sitting there with 10 million. David Hurst is our chip leader though, 11.5 million.
And again, we see Edward very active, and he's got it again. Queens under the gun. Those blinds did go up, so 500k raise now, the minimum, and folds around to Ken. He's got that pretty looking ace-4 suited. Coming with at least call, but due to Edwin's action sort of play, he does elect to 3-bet this one, and it's like it's close to 1.4, yep. 1.4 million. I like it. Yeah, this will be interesting. We know that Edwin's obviously not folding, and see if he puts in the 4-bet or the. I imagine he might go with just call here, but both options are on the table. Queen's a lot of hand. Just weighing up these two options he's got. Puts one of the time chips in. I mean, if Edwin 4-bets, yeah, Ken will be in a tough spot here, and I imagine he's going to, just looking at his body language.
All in.
There's the all-in. So I'm going to see if I can go 2 from 2 here, and I believe Ken is going to make a fold.
I can't see Ken with ace-4 for his tournament life. I think you might be right here, Craig.
You've got a 5.2 million chip stack. You've got a commanding position with that. A lot of those chips are worth a lot of money, potentially anyway, and there are some shorter stacks. It would be a punt to call this one off, I'd imagine. If Edward went for the non-all-in, I mean, you could consider getting real gangster and put the 5-bet in with the ace-4 suited. I've seen that a number of times, some of the top pros, but I think in this particular field, this particular table, I don't think it requires the...
It's an interesting chip count too, because he's got 2 million chips more than him.
Yeah,
and we're counting the chips.
He's not calling. He's absolutely not calling again. Unless he's got somewhere to be, unless he's got a business meeting starting in about 20 minutes, he's putting these into the muck. And there they go.
That was good.
I like that from Ken though. He has probably realised that Edwin is opening, a lot of hands. He's had some good hands though, so he looks like he's sort of getting after it, and he had it. So well played. Nice fold, Ken.
At some point we'll see our VPIP stats, which is the voluntarily putting money into the pot outside of the blinds, and
that's right. You're learning, Harvey.
and
I love it.
I'm learning, and I'm going to feel that Edwin's right up there in the VPIP, and probably Watting Wang as well. The two of them don't mind getting amongst it.
Now Sherry, she's got the 7s here under the gun, so she'll be opening it up. She's coming up about 21 big blinds. make it 500k. And we scroll around the table, have a look at these other hands, see what we find. So far, sevens, no competition. Although David Hurst might hear a call out of him at least. Could 3-bet. But
Looks like a call.
yep, just a call.
And Edwin
Oh,
picks up queens.
now has he got the coin? Are they the same coins? I mean, very occasionally, not very often, but our card reader does.
No, he's got queens.
Yeah. Occasionally they stick with the card reader, as you know, but no.
What's interesting though is that if he's got queens, he's only just called that out of the big blind.
Yeah, facing an open and a raise, Sherry's range, he may have her perceived as a fairly snug sort of player, so it's interesting. It just shows to go with the queens. There's different ways to play them, different positions, and you almost play no two hands the same in different positions. So this time just defending the big blind, very under-repped his hand, very, very under-repped, and that gives Sherry a license to continue here, represent all the big cards. She has gone quite small, and
David hasn't hit anything. He's got a backdoor flush with the diamonds, but decides to call as well. And now we come round to Edwin.
such a small bet, probably the reason he's called there. He does have both back doors. He's got the 2 overs as well.
So Edwin's got exactly what he wanted here. He's got a reasonably small bet and then a call.
Yeah, and he might. I think you'll see the aggressive option out of him because he doesn't have the diamond.
No, there's no way he had queens.
Yeah.
Firstly, there's no way he's just calling with queens out of the big blind there. So
well, yeah, that's
that
true.
was just our card reader. Sorry about that. And you're right. That was the same 2 queens that he had on the last hand.
I did think that, and so I just wonder if that means the other cards are right here.
Yep. It's just because one's misreading doesn't mean the whole
Yeah,
table's been
sometimes it
misread.
sticks, and it's the exact same hand and the same player. So
It wasn't, again, they're jumping in on the chat. Clearly it wasn't queens.
yeah. I was a bit suspect, but it can happen. You can get the same hand twice in a row. I mean, it's happened to me a couple of
It
times.
was exactly the same. It was the same suit, as you said, so suits.
Yeah.
Anyway, clearly wasn't queens, and now we've got the option for David. Board pairing 5s.
Yeah, he no longer has any draws, so it's just the 2 overs. So, I mean, if he's continuing here, it makes me think maybe he doesn't have king queen, especially. But, I don't know. Could be wrong. Does put Sherry in a tough spot. She's got 2 7s. I like her check across. I like her check. I think I probably would have checked on the flop if I was her, but and then if I had no action, then bet the turn. But she's gone the other way, and she's facing a 725,000 chip bet, which is an interesting one to call. It's tough. And imagine that if David doesn't connect on the river, that he's going to have to fire again, and you're going to be facing a big call, and unless it's a 7, maybe he can make it. Should be weighing all these options up. He has used the time back.
Let it go.
Lets it go. So well played by David, and that's using the power of the chip stack, putting the pressure on there. I like it. In position. He's done well and wins that pot without showdown. We call that redlining.
Just getting some queries about the RFID. There's obviously an error there, and honestly we've been doing this all week. We've hardly seen an RFID error. I'm going to assume that she really did have queens, but I can guarantee you that there's no way that Edwin had queens. She had sevens,
Even the
sorry.
best systems, and like this is the same software that they use all around the world, so even all streams do have that issue, but it is very rare. So.
Very rare. Got a little glitch there where it showed Edwin's queens from the previous hand.
And now...
But I think we're back to normal, and Kayling Lee with eights.
Yeah, she's facing that raise from Ken. He's opened the ace-8 suited.
All in. One's all in.
Keeling,
Two fold.
all in is announced. She's requested the triangle, or APT, it's a little red circle. And we'll be back to Ken. It's 1.5 million, so it's only...
It's not much for Ken to call here. It's under $1 million.
6 big blinds, yeah. He's got 2 in, so 4 bigs. If he's closing the action, there's no way he's folding this one. And then Sherry will actually, Keeling will be happy to see that she's in fairly good shape here. Confirmation that the 8s was the correct card read.
Yes, no, it's all correct now,
Yep.
Everyone.
We're all
we
good.
had one hand where it deceived us, but here we are. It's 8s against an ace-8.
1 over and a flush draw, so it'll be a sweaty flop if some clubs come.
Oh, and there's the ace. Wow.
There's the dagger. Bang. Pin right in the middle. So that means that now Key has just the 1 out. 8 of diamonds. She needs to find the 8 of diamonds, or she'll be our 8th place finisher. It's very close to 7 of diamonds.
So we say farewell, Keeling Lee. $21,000 for 8th. Well done. Hear the applause in the background.
Yeah. Our second last standing lady.
Yes.
Now it's Sherry for the ladies. Ladies in the chat. You're cheering for Sherry.
Give me a 2 of 9 on the final table. It's such a heavy over-representation of the overall number of female players in the 628.
Yeah.
Well done to the 2 ladies that have made the table. We're left with only one now, and everyone will be going, oh, Sherry. You didn't get that one, Craig, but you'll think about it.
I mean, I thought it was a joke and I just didn't get it. So,
It's just dirt, I think.
It's probably dirt. I should get rid of it. Yeah, felt like, can you just see 2
I don't
fold?
think I've ever drank sherry in my life.
No, it's not. It's the Steve Perry song, Oh, Sherry. Steve Perry was the lead singer of Journey, and his...
Oh, right. I love Journey.
His big solo song was a song called Oh Sherry, about his girlfriend Sherry, who never married him because she would have been Sherry Perry, which wouldn't have been that great, but there's a little bit of music, 80s music trivia for you as Josh Baraba picks up a hand that most people love to look down at and always play. They often say it's their favourite non-premium starting hand, which is the Jack 10 suited.
Yeah, and off 10 bigs, these are elected to virtually go all in. He does keep that 1 or 2 chips back. He's kept 2 big blinds back just in case it goes all in, and he can escape and get the jump, but it does get through.
I can still
Well
fold
done,
if you
Josh. Josh Baraba, he'll be popular in the chat. Every time I see Josh in the room, there's about 5 or 6 people chatting to him. He's got a big following. He was voted Young Player of the Year last year in the Australian Poker Schedule Fans' Choice Awards.
Yep.
Ken's got those special classes. Pick up those special classes. Pick up those.
So we can see in the chat a popular player. The 7 left here on the table. The next player out takes away $26,000, Craig. The price jumps are starting to get pretty massive.
Yeah.
Fold. 2, 3 fold. 4 fold.
If you're just joining us, we started with 9.
5 raise.
We've lost the player very first hand to take us down to 8. And now we have 7 left. We'll be taking you right through till we have our winner here of the main event. Late night tonight, potentially. I don't know, it's really hard to predict as 2 big hands are about to clash again here. Edwin raising up with the ace-jack suited. Sherry, yeah, on the button here with the 9s. She's elected. Looks like she's waiting. Make a decision here.
It's a stack of blues, which is 500k, so that's just a call, I believe.
Quite sure why. Yep, she has called, so we're now waiting on Ken. Thank you for that, Craig. And Ken with the king 8 suited. He's made the call as well, and we get a fold out of the big blind. So 3 to the flop here, and we've already got a couple of mil in the pot. Wow, well that would have been a good flop for pocket 8s, just probably not a possible flop, but a good flop for pocket 8s in the last hand.
Ken's almost jumped out of his chair here. He's flopped quads.
Ken's got quads and is just trying to stop his leg from shaking under the table, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not a spot you get into often. Flopping quads, particularly with just the 1.
The other side of that is Sherry's flopped a full house here, and
you're right. She
could be in big trouble.
Sherry could be in some big trouble here. Now Edwin's
bet.
Edwin's elected to continue. He was the original raiser, so you know he does have all the overpairs in his range, and flops a lot of full houses.
She's all in, Sherry.
Sherry has said, "Well, I've got it," and Ken is thinking, well, hang on a minute, I've really got this.
Yes.
And I'd really love Edwin to call, he's saying. How do I get Edwin to call here?
Well, the only way he gets Edwin to call is just a call.
Yeah,
but
it's not just how he calls. He's got to, you watch, he'll ask for the count several times. He'll
have you seen he's just like the big, his lips just, a big exhale. Oh, what am I going to do here?
Yeah,
let's have a listen. Let's have a listen, Craig.
I see the Hollywood.
Let's have a listen. And it's going straight in the muck from Edwin. And he couldn't get him. And she's going to see the bad news.
I'd like to see Ken take at least 30 seconds to turn this over.
No, he didn't. You could hear on the table he turned it over.
He was just taking the time and Hollywooding just to obviously try and get Edwin to call. We knew that wasn't going to happen. But fair enough. And he's lucky. Edwin would have got involved on the turn. Edwin would have had eights full of aces if he'd seen the turn. So Edwin got away cheaply there.
And it's a see you later to Sherry Fang. We lost our 2 ladies, one after the other.
Very unlucky Sherry, wow.
Actually,
very, very unlucky.
So Sherry takes home $26,000, and we go to 6-handed.
You're gonna see that from here.
And Ken rockets up to nearly 13 million chips. He's up there challenging David Hurst now.
That's how quickly it can change. You get a big hit like that.
I said I hit the ace, so I'm not folding up.
Congratulations, Sherry. Fantastic effort. 7th place out of a field of 628. That's amazing. So $26,000 for her efforts.
I missed it. I 3-fold.
And the next place will be 32,000 for 6th. So prize money getting big.
Yeah.
We are with you till the end.
5 raised, 500.
Too late in it.
I have the ace.
For an ace.
So if he just calls and then he calls, then turn I just get sacked.
Yeah. Yeah.
She saved this all
Everyone's
Yeah,
the
but
same.
I'm
Yeah,
not
lucky I
holding
didn't see the
it.
time.
She's gonna stay in the game.
Chips would be in your stack too, Cam.
She's gonna stay in the game because change the days and then she can fold. Yeah. You bet he will get sure fold.
Oh my god. That was a setup.
Good, Dorothy.
I didn't even watch the hand. I just saw everyone go, he's got cards.
See Edwin straight back into it. So, six-handed now, so generally that means that players are going to open up their ranges a little bit more. Less hands to run into, so 10-8 opens and takes it down. Well done, Edwin.
I need it.
Still got that foot on the gas.
Chat's getting a bit spicy there, Craig, on that hand. We let them
No,
go
I'm
for their life here, but
I'm just ignoring
we
it.
are
'Cause,
we are in no position to be at all critical of plays. I think that there's so many ways of playing that.
especially anonymous chat too.
Yeah.
You know.
The answer's always, these guys are sitting here on a main event final table. They must be pretty friggin' decent. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, no, they've done well, and unfortunately we just lost our second lady. We started the final table with 2, and they did very well, 7th and 8th. So well played, and look forward to seeing you at the next series, whether it's APT or whatever is around. You've outdone yourselves, and the ladies have all week.
I've said it all the way through, Craig, the over-representation of the female players in final tables, heads up and titles on the Australian Poker Tour is pretty incredible.
Yeah, I like talking too to different players, and I was talking to Molly and Tom Sifford, a couple that came up and represented Tasmania this morning, and had a great chat and lovely people, and Molly has really impressed me. I was fortunate enough to commentate her on the ladies sit and go the other day. That was a great table,
it's not a hobby.
and Molly really impressed me. And
Tell him, Jim, it's not a hobby.
They both made the final table last night in the Beast, husband and wife.
Yes.
So that was fantastic to see. They said they've had a great series. I've really enjoyed it here, and which is great to hear. They've come all the way from Tasmania, so hopefully that means that they're enjoyed the Australian Poker Tour experience. We did have Molly in the commentary box at some stage too. She enjoyed that, so hopefully that means we've got a good relationship with Molly and Tom now, and they're friends of the Australian Poker Tour, and we see them again and again. Unfortunately, Tasmania doesn't have the luxury of being able to run a series like this. So
No, they were talking about how there's a maximum 250 buy-in now in Tasmania for poker events. It's does curtail things a bit, doesn't it?
I mean, yeah, that's what happens when people that make the laws don't understand what they're making laws about.
But then you can go and dump $5,000 into a poking machine,
can,
no
yeah.
problem. There's no,
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Yeah,
Come on.
it's a crazy thing. And, so Tasmania do have a little bit of a handicap there in terms of the games available to them, but it is building up again, and they are fortunate. They have they do have some great people down there. Bullets Poker League, shout out to them, John Alcock and all partners down there. They run a great operation, and as do APL and David Bowen. Big Dave is a funny guy too, he's around too. He's a great character from Australia. But yeah, the Tassies were great to see them. We can't forget them. How do you pronounce this?
Mamicus,
yeah. Luca and George.
Mamicus.
George, of course, won the Player of Origin award. Chopped that up with Anel Gullin, and so he had a good series as well. Run a couple of sit and goes and in the State of Origin. Obviously, Ben Richardson, the captain of the Tasmanian team. He's not actually he doesn't live in Tasmania anymore, but he put a team together and they did quite well. They outdid themselves, and it's great to see them all. So
All in. say all in?
Yeah.
55 all in.
Oh, no, man, and Juster and Tristan Pace are the other two that I've mentioned yet.
So Edwin putting the pressure on.
Yeah, just finding the 3-bet jam, absolute max pressure. Ting Wang does make the fold, and Edwin rakes in another pot, uncontested. And there's an $8,000 pay jump here, so really, really good pressure from Edwin.
Alright, new dealer, good luck.
32K next out as we swing the spider cam around and see that there are now
5 left.
5 left here.
like,
This is the 2.5K buy-in 6-handed.
Looks like Matt Wakeman has busted. He was in seat 1.
Tony, Liam, both still in there. Shows Spano.
And some banana in seat 3.
Banana. No, I did say the banana. I mentioned him. He's he can be on your phone on that table because that's not this RFID table. No phones, no watching the stream on this table.
And we've had a dealer change. So the wonderful Zara jumped in.
Spoke to Zara after she was on the stream last night. And told her she was getting complimented, as all our dealers are.
We only have the very best dealers here too. Like they are. I mean, there's a high standard, very high standard, and some of them have done some amazing hours this week too.
How much?
2.575.
Really committed dealers. They love it. They love poker, and yeah, really high quality.
Certainly Zara doesn't have the reputation of some of the others as a wrecking ball and ripping through the table by dealing coolers the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny how it goes. Obviously, the dealer can't really control what happens, but it just seems to sometimes. It just happens too often.
There's one bloke here it seems to happen to all the time.
Yeah, that's right.
Might bring Jacob in just to wrap it up when we're ready.
So see how he does it. Reveal his secrets.
No, I mean bring him onto the table just to wrap up the whole tournament.
All right, yeah, well, I'm sure he'll be back. They'll be on rotation with Zara, and we see that pot go down as well. So, one thing I should say, and adds those 2 big stacks of blue 25K chips. So if you are wondering about what the chips are, what denominations they are, the pink ones you see at the front of most players' stacks, they're 100Ks. So those are in stacks of 20, that's 2 million. Every one of those stacks is 2 million chips. You can see Ken has tons. He's got a wall of pink chips, about 800K just in those pink ones at the front there. The blue ones are 25Ks. Stack of those, 20 of those is 500,000. And that's the only chips we have.
See, 2 folds.
What's up?
3 folds. 4 folds. 5 raises, 500.
Once again, we see Edwin, no sign of slowing down here. It's opened up Jack 8-0. Ting Wang's found a nice hand. He'll be at least defending. Queen 9 suited. It's in the call. He'll be off to a flop here. A few flops I'm thinking of that both players could interact with. We'll see if we get one of those, or that's one of the ones I was thinking of. 2 pair for Edwin, the pre-flop raiser, and a gut shot for Ting Wang. guys have the diamonds, and there's one of them on the flop, so just a pure gut shot, and the one over. Looks like Edwards continued, just third pot here. And still Wang will be mulling this one over. It looks like he's coming with call. 475 confirmed by Zara. So we go to a turn, and that's a card that changes things. As we said, 2 pair flop from Edwards, so that maintains in the lead. But one thing, Wang's turned top pair now, so he's going to check it over.
This is real dangerous for Wan Ting, isn't it? Hitting that queen there.
Yeah, I mean, the board is quite a dangerous board as well. A lot of draws, you know, bottom or middle and 2 middle pairs here is very, very vulnerable.
So he's
upped it, I think.
Well, he's all in with the Jack 8.
He said,
with the 2 pairs and his calls.
Wow, okay.
Wow.
This is a big pot. Yeah, I didn't see it playing out this way. I mean,
well, the 2 marginal hands going up against each other, and then that board made it very juicy for both of them. And now we finish up. Oh, wow. And he hits his 10 and hits the straight.
He could have hit a queen for trips or the 10.
Wow.
The gut shot comes in.
So stays alive. Stays alive, and this that could be a massive turning point in this event.
It certainly changes his prospects for winning. He would have been out, and now he's up to about 5th or 6th, 4 or 5 in chips. So
no, 6 million in chips now, so he's healthy again.
Getting off the 4th in chips. Better than being out, that's for sure. And
wow, it's the 10. It's the gut shot.
Yeah, it was an interesting hand, that. 2 pair. Turned into 2nd and 3rd pair. First top pair, and then whack the straight on the
Craig,
river.
I think we both thought that he was on his way out there, the way that played out. But there you go. 10 does it again, and Ting Wang, 6 million chips, sitting around the same as Edwin now. Josh, he's got a lot of fans in the chat. He's our short stack, but he's still got 3 mil.
Now Josh, he's got 11 or 12 bigs here, still the shortest stack. So Queen Jack, he's decided to fold and pass, and it's fine as we see Ken's option now on the button. I'd imagine he'd be opening from the chip lead, which he does. Wan Ting's got another hand here, pocket 8s in the small blind. Facing the button open, he may elect just to, and what's he got there? Just over 20 bigs.
No, he's just going to be calling this. No way. Here he goes. Bang.
Yep. He's gone the non-all-in 3-bet. And that's 2 million. 2/3 of his stack, so not quite committed. And imagine Ken. I'd imagine most of the time Ken folds, but I'm not sure. I'm not going to lock that in yet, Eddie. Yeah. Because Ken likes to see flops.
Not with a queen 2 though. So out it goes, and Wan Ting Wang, after surviving with a river straight, picks up a few more chips. Finds himself up at 7.2 million now. David and Ken up the top there, quite clear.
I mean, Josh Baraba's probably the most annoyed that gut shot came in on the turn because he would have laddered up
Absolutely. And
another 8K.
it's a big jump. Josh under the
here.
gun here, picking up ace 6 suited.
That's a lot of hand for 6 max table now. And his stack. Just 12 big blinds.
5 folds.
Does just open, I like it. Don't need to start jamming 12 bigs just yet.
7, 8 folds.
Well, his issue is if he jams and picks up something very strong, he's going to be in big strife with ace 6. So
And opening 2 bigs off 12 does look quite strong too sometimes. you know.
sure, and he gets it through.
That's exactly what you'd be raising if he had ace there.
That's
So,
right. So he gets it through and picks up 600k.
yeah, perfect. Nice, take it down. And Josh does have some support in the chat. Like to see it. Let us know if you're cheering, who you're cheering for. If you've got one of your friends or family members that's playing for 165,000 here, make sure you're watching. Let them know in the chat. They'll probably watch this back later and see who was supporting them.
Five folds. Eight folds.
Yeah, plenty of support for Josh
2 folds.
and Edwin as well.
C3.
One of the well-known players around Sydney here.
Support
And
for
of course,
Dave Hurst
David
too.
Hurst
It's
too,
good,
yeah.
good to see. This is what we want to see. Stop arguing about hands and get back on and talk to us about.
Did I pronounce that correctly, David Hurst? I'm just worried about the pronunciation.
The old 12th man skit, that one. The Australian soccer team. One of the greatest skits ever. Most people on the chat will be way too young to know that, Craig, so us oldies will just keep going. Thanks, Trav, commentating here, and he's cheering for us. We're in here having a lot of fun, and it's the end of 10 long days for us. This is great. As we spin around on the spider cam again, we can see that still 5 left in that 2.5k event. The six-handed max, and
Was it me?
we're back on to.
And good to see Trav in the chat. He was, of course, the player of Origin in last year's State of Origin when Western Australia took it down as big underdogs.
Yeah, I'm sure he's just absolutely devo. He couldn't come back for this year. It was such a great State of Origin.
We better get back to this. Shulin picked up a real hand. Pocket Kings. He'll be opening the cutoff here. He's got a big stack too, so he might just open to 500 here, maybe 550.
C2 raises 550.
There it goes.
3 folds.
Let's see what David's folded.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, well, it's an interesting one for Josh. I mean, he did pick up that last hand, so he's back up to around 15 or so blinds.
10 seconds.
And mull this one over. Sixes is a lot of hands, 6-handed. That's a time chip. Gives himself another 30 seconds.
He's up against a pretty decent stack, but also a pretty active player. Shulin's been active, and Josh will know this. And
Yeah.
he is.
Raises to 3 million.
Yep.
3.
And unfortunately, Shulin's got it this time.
Yep.
So
he's upped it to 3 million. He's only left 850 behind. And
we know Shulin's not folding, so if you're a Josh Baraba fan, we need a 6.
he's got to go, and unfortunately he's going to see that he's got the under pair here. It's the 6s against the Kings. Sixes at risk, and Josh has got a lot of fans around the country and certainly a lot in this chat.
If a 6 hits this board, I think the chat's going to go wild. We're going to hear some screams.
That's fun.
That's not a bad flop. He gives him a few more outs here.
Yeah, because we saw a couple of 6s folded there. He does have that 5 working for him
He
as
needs
well.
a 5 or a 6 here.
And
no, it's a 9.
Thank you.
And Josh Baraba is out in 6. Congrats to you, 32K. And wasn't able to find that 6 or in the end the straight, but kept 𝗣𝗎𝗎𝗎 alive a few hands ago. And we lose another. We're down to 5 now.
yeah, well played, Josh. Another deep run. Such a solid player, Josh. One of the upcoming Sydney young guns for sure, and he's taken out main events before. I believe he won at the WPT in Sydney last year, and he continues to show his skill and makes another final table.
Just a bad spot there, wasn't it? He's picking up.
When you got Shulin opening, who is off one of the biggest stacks, he is opening quite wide, and Sixes just put it in there for your stack of 15 bigs, and unfortunately Shu had it. Couldn't, when he does have it, sometimes you get it. That 6 wasn't the case today. But $32,000 is a great prize. It's more than you normally get for 6. Huge prize pool, so.
Huge. So we're down to 5, and next up, 40K. These prize payment jumps are huge, Craig. And
yeah, that's right. Well, 𝗣𝗎𝗎𝗎𝗎, he was at risk not long ago and looking at getting 32. Now he's made that 8K pay jump, 40K now, and it's Edward and Shu. It's a short stack now. So,
and Wanting still playing here, raises it under the gun with the Jack 3.
Yeah, 5-handed. Their ranges are going to open up a bit. Aggression is very important, especially when you get short-handed, because that big blind ante comes around much quicker. And if you don't play hands, you're going to just be anteing out.
So interesting here. Wanting has the Jack, but Ken has the open ender.
Yeah, so Ken is the equity favourite here, even though Wanting is marginally ahead. If the hand, that just flicks over now because one less card, but
still 14 outs for
yeah,
Ken. We'll see if this does get to a river. You've got a feeling.
No flush draws working now either for either player, but the double flush draw board.
It's gone check, and
there it is.
Ken gets it.
Make it nice and round.
Up and down.
Give you 5.
It is the heart, but Ken does hold one of those, so less likely 𝗣𝗎𝗎𝗎's got one, and he'll be going for value for sure. We can see 𝗣𝗎𝗎's not going to be able to call this one just with the Jack high. See how much Ken goes for, how greedy he gets here. 1.7 million in the pot, 900. So just north of half, and I believe 𝗣𝗎𝗎𝗎's going to fold this before he uses a time bank. You can see that shot clock counting down. He will fold before that gets to 0, I reckon. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe the cards are wrong. I'm not sure he would have called with Jack high. I don't think I misread the board.
Did he call?
He did. He called. I saw it with my own eyes.
Wow. Okay.
Jack high, like a boss.
Like a boss.
If he was the win,
I can't watch him anymore.
I mean,
like a boss.
if Jack high was good there, if he had Jack 3 and he called and it was a winning hand, they'd think something was sus in the chat. Like they would actually think that Jack 4-0 called and won a hand once with Jack High, and it was the biggest scandal in poker for about 2 years. So I can't imagine Jack High was the hand that he had there.
Well, I mean, we can't keep second guessing the graphics, Craig. The graphics are right. You know, every time we turn cards over, they're right. So
yeah, we'll have to ask them that.
yeah, we'll ask. We've got a break coming up. We might actually ask him what he called with there, just to make sure. But
Zara will know.
I think he might. Well, yes. Well, yes.
I don't think Jack 3 is the new Jack 4, but it may be. Anyway, another nice hand here from Ken, and Alex just to jam. Action folded around to him, and he's covering, so I'm all in, he says, and picks up some chips. He is the chip leader, King Ken. Apologise for any noise in the background. We are packing up here as the Australian Poker Tour exits the Bella Vista Hotel tonight.
3 folds, 5 folds, 7 folds.
All the tables, chairs, banners, chips, cards, shot clocks, everything remaining will be out of here tonight. I believe they've got some more events coming this way, concerts and everything at the Bella Vista Hotel. It is a fantastic venue. It is going to be a great venue for concerts and all sorts of stuff. So I believe we're the first event to be in the new renovated Bella Vista Hotel in this room anyway, and it's been fantastic all week. High ceilings, plenty of space, tables. Everyone has loved playing here. So I'm hoping that this will be a regular stop for the Australian Poker Tour, at least once per year. There's accommodation nearby, and APT had a shuttle bus too. I should give a shout out. I don't think we've given a shout out to someone very important that's been working here all week, and that's Lee Northrop, who's been driving that shuttle to and from the accommodation quest to the Bella Vista Hotel. Each and every day, multiple times, getting players to and from the accommodation to the venue. And he's done very well. Not one incident to report. Players got to and from safely every day. So well done, Lee.
Lee, the most important person on the staff, running us back and forward. Just had a look at that, Craig. Can't tell you anything further because one thing didn't show once he called those cards, so
3 folds.
we might ask him. There is a break coming up, not too far away. I think we've got about an hour until we have our first break, so we'll see if he's happy to chat about it. But yeah, he just once he called, he just pushed those cards in, and it still seems a little weird, but we've seen some weird stuff and we've seen some weird wins too. So
that's the beauty of poker, is there's no right or wrong way to play. You buy your buy-in, you play how you like, and we've seen some big scores from people. You know, other people said, oh, they're a fish or whatever, and they make some big scores. We've had some great players, had some really elite players come along too, and they haven't scored. So that's the beauty of poker. That's why I love it. And Travis said he was cheering for the commentators before, and I can report even I had a win this week.
yes, you did. A man will be taking home a trophy. Congratulations, Craig Abernathy.
One of the toughest 350 fields you'll ever see. One of those 5K players or whatever that just busted the Goliath, wanted to come and jump in the fire of 350, and they finished second best, and I got the money. So that was a bit of luck went my way there. And
All right, we're going to
back to the action.
Pocket nines again. This is the starting hand that's got the whole chat talking. Was pocket nines, so we've got him again.
3 folds.
We've got Ken raising it up with the Jack 10. Shulin has called with nines. Edwin now in the big blind, Queen 9 suited.
Yep, he'll be coming along as well.
3 ways.
Let's see the flop. It could be a few flops to cause some interaction here. That's
5 checks.
the most. They would be happy with 9s there, Shulin. Ken does have a club, but not much else. This is the 2 overs. Edwin Shue does have the backdoor flush draw, but 9's well ahead, and let's check to him. I believe we'll see a pot here, probably north of half pot, I would say. 9's do demand a bit of protection here.
Play those sort of mid pairs. A flop of 3 unders is exactly what you want to see.
Now we've got some new chips in play by the looks of it, and
yeah, they're 500k chips, those two.
yep, 500k chips, they're black oversized ones sitting on top of Ken's stack, which you can see, and Shulin just rakes a couple in as well. He's got a few as well.
See the work going on in the background there as we swing around back to the 2,500 buy-in 6-handed max. Still 5 players there.
You can see Robert Spano has a mountain of chips in front of him.
It's Liam betting there. Back to our.
If we're getting all in over there, we'll have to see it.
Yeah, we just have to be timing if we're going to catch an all in over there, because this is obviously our focus. Only got 3 tables going in the whole joint here at the moment. That midday, or madness finale is down to a final table 2.
5 folds.
So that's why you're seeing all the work in the background there with the trolleys. And
This is the quietest it's been all week. It's been absolutely packed 10 days in a row.
Ace-8 versus Ace-8.
Yep, this will be could be a chop, or it could be a case of who bets wins here. If they both completely miss,
and neither of them miss.
yeah, they both hit their one of their case aces, and no one's going anywhere at the moment. This will go check, bet, call, I'd imagine.
Ken, with the heart in hand, has the very, very small percentage lead of
It could go
going.
check, should go check, bet, re-raise, call 2. So either way, we're going to see more chips going into the pot. Ken has been rather aggressive, and you can see he's just eyeing off David here. David has been on the more passive side so far, but that just means that could just be distribution. He hasn't had a lot of hands, so you can also perceive players as rather passive sometimes when it's just because they haven't been getting hands, or active because they're just getting lots of hands in a row. That's possible in poker. They both improved to 2 pair now, and they've both had a kicker upgrade to the 9, so neither player will be going anywhere here. And this is a big, big bet, but Ken's checked it over once again. Most likely go check call again. Check bet call, I should say.
No, just
checks back. Checks it back. Okay, interesting. Opens the door for Ken to put a lead out now, because Ace-8 looks pretty good when checked back. So I'd say most likely this will be bet call, and they will chop this one. Zara will have to do some accounting here. Split this pot in 2.
1.4 was the
Yeah,
bet.
win.
It was a call, and
Don't lose.
Yep.
they split it up.
Zara's going to be playing Stack'em. I've seen this dealer Stack'em quite a bit around the series lately. They go get a pile of chips and they throw them in the table and they mix them all up and they say, now stack them and sort them, and the fastest person wins a prize. I saw that at the Sydney Kings, actually. They were the first ones to do it, and I saw it up at the WPT League. Didn't see it here. We had some other fun and games that Kathy was doing here, didn't we?
Yes, we had Catherine in last night for a chat. She was talking through some of the fun stuff she's been doing on social media. And
Chip in a box.
Chip in a box. You should catch up with some of that stuff, particularly on the Facebook page if you haven't seen it. A lot of fun.
Catherine's had a great time doing that. She's living the dream, she said. She's getting all over it, and I've had so much good feedback from her too. I've heard people, I've been sitting next to her a lot on my desk, and the number of people that have walked past her desk and said, you know, well done, Catherine, and really like what you're doing, has been great. And it's always good to give feedback, particularly like that. So.
Bad news for fans of Tony Hashem. I can see in the back there, he's been eliminated out of that 2.5K.
Oh,
he's no longer sitting there.
Well spotted, Harvey.
So it would have been 5th place for Tony if you're following his fortunes. I think it was 8K for 5th.
Yeah, okay, not too bad. 2.5K into 8K.
So there beforehand is Edwin. Picks up 10s. He's seen 10s a little bit, Edwin.
Yeah, he has been getting quite good hands today, and to go with his aggressive image, it's worked out all right. He finds himself the short stack here, so he's got to put all the chips in for just more than 12, 13 bigs. So
now, one ting.
It is a 3-bet jam too. It was opened by Shu, so now One Ting Wang. He's got to decide, am I going to call this off? He's got the same position as Ken earlier, ace-4 suited. Looks pretty, but difficult to make a call. We like jamming with it, but not calling off.
Seat 2 folds.
For that many chips anyway, so Edwin picks that one up, and now it's One Ting Wang in there. At the bottom of the leaderboard, 13 bigs though. Still plenty of chips, plenty of playability. We are down to 5 from the 9 we started with in just over 90 minutes. So. The action folds around the king and the Kenny, and he wakes up with the ace king suited.
So Ken, do you have any more pink?
Raises it up.
Any? No.
One Ting Wang's got rid of his 9-4 pretty quickly.
Oh, okay, blue.
Jack 8 of clubs. I'd imagine
double
Shulin
check.
will be defending this one. Shulin.
Thank you.
Oh, there's 3 blue behind, but all the front ones pink.
Thanks, Ken.
Seat 2 calls 600.
Raise call, so Shulin defends the big blind. Jack 8 suited. Flop brings an ace, so
2 checks.
and rockets to the lead. Shulin does have the both backdoor draws here, so he may call a small bet from Ken.
Sure if he will.
I think he'll fold, but
yeah, I haven't seen too many tournaments won by players chasing back doors, but
I mean, the other thing about chasing back doors, Harvey, is like, as you know, with poker, you don't actually have to hit your draw. So as long as you've got a plan, you can chase your back door and continue. If you call here and then lead, you know, it can take it down. We can see it won't with this particular holding.
Or you could go the other way and actually raise it, and that's what Shulin's done here.
Yep.
Re-raised back into Ken.
Yep. He chose to elect to check raise with both back doors, but we can see what Ken's got. it's not going to work. Ken's a pretty stubborn man, and when he's got ace king top, I believe his stubbornness goes up unless we get really, really dangerous boards. But
that's a brick, as
I'd imagine.
Love to call it.
After you check raise this flop, Shulin will probably continue again here. I mean, he's in the big blind, so Ken's range. Ken has more aces than him. Yeah, well, what sort of hands is Shu going to be check raising the flop with? And that's 5, 7s, maybe 6, 9, 6, 6, 4, something like that with the back doors. But he's just shut down straight away. Now that second ace on the river can be perceived as less chance that Ken did call with the king, with the ace, I should say. So maybe Shulin will get creative here and think, well, I'm going to try and maybe he's called me with second pair. I'm going to try and take this one down. It's not going to work.
Goes with a time bank.
Yeah, and that generally indicates that I'm thinking of something here, trying to look weak when he's actually strong. We can see he's trying to look strong. He's actually weak. So that's a bit. Kenny's.
It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
What does that actually mean if it can mean both?
No, it's just the beauty of poker, if you ask me.
He's betting here. I think he's going to put a decent bet in here.
If he had a full house or aces or whatever.
Oh, wow, he's putting in a real decent bet here.
He's gone massive.
Oh.
And, I mean,
C2 bet.
Ken, I don't think.
2.25.
That size bet.
2.2.
That size bet Ken's not raising, but he is going to have a decision.
Let's have a listen. Ken works this out. I think the one thing we do know is he's not folding.
No, Ken won't be folding. He won't be. I mean,
he's gone to time bank.
I can't imagine he folds. Ken will call.
No, we know he's not folding. He's calling, or he's going to
not out of
re-raise
the possibility for a player to fold, but I'd very, very small percent.
No, well, he's got 12 mil. He's got 2.3 to call. I don't think he's any chance in the
he's
world
gonna
of folding.
He just flips the
call.
chip in there, yep, as expected, and nice pot.
And he's going to see that it was a complete bluff, and he takes it down.
That's a nice pickup. Big pot for Ken there. He's rocketed away to the huge chip lead now. I believe that takes him up to 18 million. And it was off the second and chip Shulin, so he has gapped him a bit there.
Again,
just
hard to criticise Shulin's play. Just
no,
unfortunately,
just
ran into
just
ran into an ace king, and
you can imagine if Ken's got Ken's representing a big hand there, but he could have the kings, you know, or whatever. Yep. And if he's got a hand as strong as kings on that repeat ace there.
So we're down to 3 on that other event too.
Yep, elimination, Robert Spano and 𝗣𝗔𝗬𝗢𝗧𝗦. We've got 2 of the Origin stars.
We lost Daniel out in 4th. He picked up 11k for 4th.
Right.
So we're 3-handed there, and there's 30. What did you say? 32k
34 up top.
34k up top.
There's 100 and something prize, 101, 102,000 something.
Lot to play for. 15k for next out, 22 for second, and 34 for first.
3 really strong players there too. Jim, Robert, and Liam.
We've seen Liam make so many final tables. He's guys on the stream all the time on the Australian Poker Tour.
He won the Melbourne Champs main event earlier this year for 340 odd thousand too, so that was huge.
So again, could have a spicy one here. David's hit his queen, and Ken's hit his king.
Yeah. Now, Ken being the big stack here, I don't imagine you'll see him slow him down. He'll be betting his hand, and I think David, with the flush draw, will at least call one more straight. Second pair and a flush draw, you've got to call this one. So everything's going Ken's way so far, but plenty of turn cards that can change that for David. Could have a couple of David Hurst fans in the chat. Does call, and we'll go to a turn card.
Oh,
there she
wow.
is.
Way.
And the Queen's an interesting one. Very interesting card because, as we can see, David rockets to the lead now with trips, and Ken's sort of hand's been upgraded to 2 pair. Can mean that
3 check.
less likely David has the Queen, but I guess he didn't. He called with something, so.
What a cooler this is between these two guys. We've got.
I mean, a king on the river would be an absolute cooler.
You've got to think that Ken still reckons he's in front and he's bets it out.
Yeah. So this could be a huge chip lead change pot here. Imagine. We know David's not folding, obviously. He's at least calling. I'd like to see just the call.
He doesn't need to do anything more than call here, does he? Really?
No, I don't believe he does.
10 seconds.
He's going to allow Ken to bomb the river. Now, the only bad cards here for David in terms of value is if the straight comes in or the flush draw both. So, like the 10 of spades or the jack of spades.
There it is, the 10 of spades.
Now, that could slow the action down and kill his action. Ken wasn't going anywhere on the turn, but now it says, I'd love to see David check this over.
He's going to go check, I'd imagine, if he does check it.
I don't know, maybe he will, yeah. Well played, Ken, yeah, check. And that it killed the action, that river card, you know. David has to be concerned that Ken could have had a spade draw as well, or a straight draw, and vice versa. So.
And Craig, you have no idea how happy I am that I was right there.
You're running bad, Ken.
Very rarely call cards like that, and I'm really pleased.
You did.
I don't get involved in that.
You've come a long way.
I'm the host. I'm not a poker expert, but
maybe I should start taking some credit. I think you've learnt more this week commentating with me than with Jinxie.
I actually have, Craft.
Even though Jinxie's a far better commentator and one of the best. Maybe you listen to me more than Jinxie.
Maybe also that Ken is probably not. He's not a GTO player. I think Ken's probably playing a lot of feel. And
you have had a lot of other good commentators in this week as well. I mean, if you go back and watch that State of Origin, the State of Origin the day before when we had all the State of Origin players here and we were on, was getting players in and out. And
it's been an absolute privilege, to be honest, to have some of the best players that have ever played. I'm not going to say even currently that have ever played.
Not only to watch it, but to sit down next to you and have a chat as well, you know.
No, it's been great.
I give you some great insights. So
hope you guys have enjoyed it too. Here's Yu-Tang Wang. It's what a good time to pick up aces when you're the short stack.
Yep.
2 folds.
So nothing more than a min open.
David
and
gets the ace-king. So
a free double up for One Ting Wang.
And what a time.
Well, that was unheard of. Ace-king can beat aces. Just happens about 10 or 11% of the time.
We have seen it. We've seen it here on the tour.
It's very sick when it happens.
Buckle up, everyone.
C3 is all in.
All in.
There it is.
The ace-king, Eben folds. Yu-Tang Wang, of course, this can't call quick enough. And it's the aces at risk against the ace-king.
Yeah, big underdog here. Just 6% equity. And what are we going to get? Any Broadway draw? Not really. The ace-king does have a spade draw, so queen of spades? No. Okay, now we're GG's here. That hand is over. Nice double up for One Ting Wang. If you're a fan of Mr. Wang, get in the chat. Let us know. He's doubled up and back in the running for that $165,000 top prize.
There's got to be a few people out there wanting a Wang win, I would have thought.
I'll let you say that, Harvey. It was a tongue twister. You did very well. It sounded right. I don't even know if it was.
May not leave them wanting.
is a mad game.
Good time, as I say.
Rather him
He's
have it than
getting
you have it.
awfully short on this table. Now it's Edwin Chu,
Coming for you, bro.
who's the short stack.
can
Not
feel it,
desperate
I can
yet. Not desperate, but you're looking around you and you see 16 million, 11 million, 10 million. I want to pick up something. Edwin been very active, particularly yesterday on the stream. He was a very active player. Good to watch.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's afraid. It is sometimes you can notice
8 folds.
players do sort of lock up a little bit if
2
they're
folds.
playing on these final tables with so much money up top and they haven't sort of played for that money before. But none of these players seem to be doing that at all. They're not afraid. They're battling hard, and Edward just looks to just call here with the Queen Jack. He's doing this limp strategy a lot actually, and
Oh wow, and they've both hit here, so
yeah, blind on
again,
blind.
you know,
Here's a lot of hands, so
keeps it interesting for us.
imagine we'll go bet call, could go bet raise. No, check bet call. Imagine Edward's coming along here for at least one street, and we can see he's got the best hand, so just interested to see if Edward comes with the raise immediately.
2-5 raises to 1.3.
Does. It's like about 1.2, those pink chips. If they're stacks of 5s and 2 on top. 1.3. Ken does have middle pair, got backdoor straight draw, no diamonds in the hand. Not letting it go just yet. Interesting turn card incoming. Certainly if Ken improves. If he picks up a 3 or a 7 or the 6, but he doesn't.
It's a good card for Edwin.
Yeah, see Edwin probably continue again, probably up the sizing this time. That board is getting a bit dangerous. He might go around 2 million.
It's a lot.
2 point. Oh, actually, he's put the all-in chip. I can see that in front of him, and yes, off that shorter stack, he just elected to jam. So
It's an Edwin win, and
yes, Edwin
puts that down.
could be an omen.
Look at that behind. There's no tables. I haven't
Yeah.
seen it like this. It looks so empty and lonely back there. Been
It's nude.
nude. We've been going to get a change of dealer as well. But it's a really unfamiliar sight for us all week. It's been so busy out there. Yeah, we just see Dorothy wandering through there. One of our reception staff doing such a great job. The buy-ins and the cash-outs.
The blinds did go up, so 300k now. Up the antes. We've got Shulin, who is second in chips, and has found 10-8 suited. Beautiful hand. One of my favourite hands, opened under the gun. David's not keen on the ace-5-0. Fair enough. And one Team Wang not prepared to get involved with the 4-3-0, so Shulin increases that chip stack to 12 million now. Still so much money to pay out here. 40,000. Next place getter for 5th and 52.71.105, and a huge 165k score will go alongside the name of the person who wins, and they get their name on the banner that will travel around with the Australian Poker Tour for future tours.
Edwin Chu. This king
picks up the big slick, has a little raise. Now, will anyone else find a reason to call? Ken, we're folding. I don't know if he knows it's on him, if he's gone to sleep. He hasn't moved.
No.
It's on you, Ken.
Hey, sorry.
Okay. Just had a little nap there. Had a little power nap.
Yeah, I think he actually was.
5-2-0. He might have had a late night.
Okay, so Witting Wang with the ace-8 now. May not be going anywhere, Craig.
No, I'd expect, no, 5-handed. As I said, your hand strengths go up a lot, so ace-8 can become a call here or a jam.
Oh,
looks
wow.
like...
it's all in. It's all in.
Yep, 20...
He's in strife here.
bigs.
He's in massive strife.
Obviously, Edward's calling, and...
He's pushed all in with the ace-8, and just an insta call, of course, from Edwin, ace-king. And all of a sudden...
Yeah, we're off to see what happens here and unfolds. Just that 8 to save the day for Ting Wang. Can't do it.
Wow.
So now...
Didn't that just turn around all of a sudden, and he's basically out of the event, Ting. He's got one big blind left.
Yeah, just over, and...
Craig, I'm stunned.
Well, I mean, so 5-handed, a lot less hands out there, so... you know, you hold one of the aces, and we know how active Edwin is, right? That's what we were saying. I was saying before, you know, Edwin has been getting a lot of hands, but is also an active player. So if he does get hands, he's very dangerous, and you're going to get players just jam into you in what looks like to be a bit out of line. But that wasn't at all. You do have the ace in position, out of position there. You know, think of the number of hands Edward is opening there. You know, Queen Jack.
Oh, I get it.
King
I'm
Jack,
just
King 10, Queen 10.
It's absolutely
8,
no
9,
criticism of the play, Craig. I'm just
shocked,
stunned that
yeah,
you know
yeah.
that happened like that so quickly.
Yep, and that's why he's ripped it in there. A lot of the time, Edwin just folds his light opens, but not ace king, and as we can see, we're just about virtually down to 4 players now. He does have the button Ting, so he does have a couple of hands to find one, but...
Geez, he's coming from a long way back, though.
Yeah, he doesn't want to leave it till he's blind all in, because he'll be antied all in. Ante does get paid first, I believe. Well, I could be wrong if there's any TDs in the chat. I think they did change the TD rule recently, and I don't even know the rules, they changed them, but... I know most of them, but I couldn't actually confirm whether it's big blind ante first here or not. Whatever the TDA is now, and
he hasn't got much time, so
he needs to find the hand. Probably not this hand, the next one.
Yeah, I think he's close to done. I'm still a bit stunned. Swing round. Let's have a quick look at what's happening. Still 3-handed here on that 2.5k buy-in, 6 max. Three very well-known players there, Craig.
Yeah, for sure.
Battling out for 34,000 up top.
And 𝗣𝗬𝗬𝗢𝗧𝗦 with the pretty much was chip lead. He just got taken over after finished that huge pot.
And
He's
of
still
course,
up
the
there.
King Jack of 𝗤𝗏𝗏 is
That's in
in.
there for sure. Yep.
And Shulin with the pockets.
Yeah, he's got the pocket fives too. He may. I expect call. The reason I wouldn't raise here is, you know, there's a 12k pay jump, and that's why you might see him just call. Ken has raised first to act, so it could be strong, but I'll probably be wrong.
It was a call, you're right.
Oh,
David's
okay.
going to fold the small blind, and Edwin 𝗤𝗏𝗏𝗏 absolutely hoping he goes in, so he could potentially quadruple up if he wins this hand. So
Yeah,
go
for
four
sure.
weight.
Yeah, he can win. He can win the big blind, the small blind, the antes, and what's in the pot. So it says 3.4 million. I don't think he can win all of that because
So he's hit the jack.
it's good.
It's looking
news.
good.
Good news, yeah. Ken's completely missed everything. He does have that little gut shot for 5, but 2 of them are in Shulin's hands. They're occupied, and one's up in Edwin's hands. So
It's pretty crazy if 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 hangs on here. He's going to have some chips again.
yeah, yeah, and Ken needs that case 5. 5 of spades.
I think everyone would want a 5.
One thing Wang is
1 million.
flopped everything, and he's got no chips to do anything with it. Just a hold. So they are creating this dry side pot here. I'm sorry, it wasn't a dry side pot. Shulin is betting into this side pot, and I'd imagine Ken's folding here. Doesn't have a club, his diamonds. I mean, if he calls here, he loves to see turns. I mean,
Does.
yeah. I mean,
2.85.
He's actually re-raised it.
really? I mean, that seems incredible, but he is playing for the side pot. Maybe he's doing that. I mean, we can see it's most likely going to work.
Shulin just gets up in disgust.
He's going to have a look
Absolutely
in more
gets
disgust
up
when
in
he sees this
disgust
hand,
there.
but,
So
He folds.
You're well in front of me.
there's the 5 of spades.
So
So
we-
lit up at the top, as I said, is about the only way Ken can get out here.
there we go. We're going to see it all play itself out as
I
well.
mean, he
So-
could pair 2, 7, 7 or 8.
It's only the 5 for Ken that's actually going to give this
now
to
it
him.
is, yeah. And so that is a big increase in chips. He's gone from 400k to 2.2.
And Ken picked up some chips there too because
did, he did.
there was a side pot. He
He played for the
re-raised
side pot,
and
yep.
he got it.
Like we're spinning around.
I have a pair.
Right?
I have a pair.
3-way there. And looks like Liam picked up a few chips there on that 6 max.
I was trying to give you the line there. I said we're spinning around. You meant to say Kylie Minogue.
Well,
Like Kylie Minogue there.
yeah,
Harvey, I was trying to give
thanks.
you an assist.
Probably should have picked that one up. Now, he's got chips again. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, he's got 2.2 mil. He's all in with his 4s.
This could be a spin up of all spin ups from one big blind. We saw it in the main event. I think the grinder had 2 bigs and he went on to win the main. One Ting just had 1.2,
There you go.
1.3.
He's picked up another mil with
chip
the
up, yep.
with the big blind and the ante and the small blind, and all of a sudden he's got 8 big blinds. So
He had 1.3. Now he's got 8.
turns around quick. Got that quadruple up by having 4 players in the last hand against him.
Yeah, and the next pay jump is 12k too, so could be worth a lot of money. And still a chance at 165,000.
Tell you what, if you can get one more double up here, particularly the expense of one of the two smaller stacks, will definitely turn things around.
6340. 6540.
Ace 5 for Ken in the small. He pushes all in.
All in gold.
Oh, same hand.
Oh, okay.
Same hand.
51.49. That would just be due to the suits that have been folded, I'd imagine. Most of the time we're chopping this one up. Nothing funny going on there. No one's got a spade, so that's just a chop.
Small blind.
I didn't fit.
Took your small blind back.
You already.
Oh, did I take it back? Sorry. I took my small blind back. Sorry.
Yeah, he's eerily quiet at the moment. Said only one other event going on, or is the midday still going, the final table of that?
I think the final of that is also behind this table on the stage. As we flick the cameras around, we'll be able to see that. Not that angle, of course. As David Hurst is first to speak. Folds.
65 raise 800.
Edwin.
Comes a raise. Ken's going to fold that one, surely. And there you go.
Sheet weight 40.
Yep, that looks like that's finished too, that event behind them. So you're right, Craig. There's only this one and the 6 max going on.
King Jack plays King 6. Both the biggest stacks with the short stack of Wanting Wang, they're probably play a little bit cautious here. Edwin can put a lot of pressure on, and he's not afraid to do so. That we've seen so far. So does have that straight draw as well now. So even though he's got the straight draw working, he's still behind.
900.
Fires out 900 and takes it down. He has caught Ken. We will be with you here until the conclusion of the APT main event. So stay with us. 5 players remain. Huge prize pool.
800.
Stubborn Ken, but throws the Jack 10 in the muck. Oh, Wanting Wang though. His last
That'll be all in
few chips are going in.
It's only so many. It's only 7 bigs or something like that. So Edwin's going to call. He's going to be behind. So 110 could do the run up here. 1.3.
So safe for the Ace King. And yes, king holds up. Lives to fight another day.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the dream's still alive. 𝗣𝗓𝗬𝗢𝗨𝗧𝗦.
Waiting for those graphics to catch up. We might have had a little problem here, Craig, just with these graphics. Got a bit of a heads up there. Might be. Actually, it wasn't a chop, as we know. It was a win for 𝗣𝗓𝗓𝗢. So, I don't think
It's up
those
to
chip
8.3.
counts are right.
Okay.
Yeah, the chip count had it as a chop. It was a chop, yeah, you're right. Okay, so here we go. We're back, baby, we're back.
Okay, well, he survives anyway. He had 400k and he's got 3.3 according to
He
the
is,
graphics there.
and
So
he's back in, all in again, though,
Yeah.
with the ace-5 this time.
yeah. Nothing big blinds. Jams it in. David Hurst's got the ace-7, chooses to fold. Okay.
Oh, wow.
What's going on here?
Well, there you go. Pretty good fold, because Edwin Chu on the big blind,
You're lucky you
pocket
didn't cut in
aces.
front of him. Yeah.
Can he possibly avoid again 𝗣𝗓𝗬𝗢𝗨𝗧𝗦? He's been living on the edge.
He got in aces versus ace king earlier, didn't he? And, was it Edwin? And Ed wins again. No help there for the ace-5. So 𝗣𝗓𝗬𝗢𝗓𝗢𝗓 did spin it up from 1.3 bigs to 8.3, and just like that, he's found the Edwin has aces.
All
So
skill, no luck.
that's going to end your day.
Edwin wins,
Yep.
and 𝗣𝗓𝗬𝗢𝗓𝗢 is left 𝗣𝗓𝗓𝗢 and leaves us in 5th spot. Well done. Fantastic effort. 40k for 5th spot. Hung in there, got a bit unlucky, and then got probably a bit lucky. And in the end, he's gone, Craig, and we've got 4 left. Next pay jump all the way up to 52,000. Quite incredible, isn't it, that 4th place is paying 52k. Really some big money.
Yeah, now they're playing for that big money, and GG's to 𝗣𝗓𝗬𝗢𝗓𝗢𝗓 in the chat.
3 lays, 800. Should have 5 4.
You have like an ace-8 or something that's slightly better than
Me? Played ace-7.
that. Ace-7.
He's rocketed away to a chip lead now too, Edwin, and that's not going to slow him down. So
If you call then you're in a world of pain when I say.
David just confirming there that he folded the ace-7 that last hand.
yeah, good to hear that table talk, and players see what they're saying at the table. We'll bring that to you when we can, so that's good. David Hurst remains in front here with his ace. See, Ken's checked it over and Dave's checked it back. He's got the ace high, no need to bet, and now ace high is going to be winning here a lot. We've got 2 pairs on the board.
Ken with queen high, which, you know, in this sort of situation, he could well be ahead.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to bet, and David will be calling. But interesting what Ken does here on the river. If Ken calls, if David calls, I should say. Obviously only a queen would change it. David's used a time bank. Might be the first one he's used today. He does have a stack of them there. That's what those white chips are. 30-second time chip for every player to start with. And I'll actually use one of them here. He's thinking this one over. Imagine he's calling. I don't think he's going to fold on. Don't see any reason to raise either, maybe. So
Time bank instead.
yeah, he's considering his options. So who knows? He might be thinking about raising. He's in the blender on what seems to be a smallish bet on the turn.
No.
Gets rid of it. Okay, he was tossing up between call and fold, and
Show.
gets away from the ace there. And Ken gets one, and does he show it? Does
Well,
he?
he showed one, Ken. I don't know. Just don't know which one he showed and how there's any value in showing one, but there you go. And set behind the graphic, and Ken now up to 16 mil. Edwin Chu 19 mil. I think it's buckle up here, Craig. We're a long way from done.
Well,
Always-
every decision here from Shulin and David as the short stacks is essentially could be worth $19,000. That's the next pay jump. 71,000 for third. So they're essentially making $20,000 decisions every time they risk themselves. So
huge.
that is. You see Dave open up the Jack-8 suited. Love that hand as well. Beautiful hand. Four-handed especially. Ken's going to have something to say about that. He's got ace-10. Call and raise both options. Lex call.
Oh, Shulin's got ace-queen. Wow.
Yeah, now Shulin could just elect a jam here. 20 bigs. There is a bit of action in front of him, but David has been playing quite snug and he is off the shortest stack, but he does go all in as expected. And
so, Ken, big decision for Ken. 15 mil behind. It's another 7 to call.
Yeah, ace-10's probably... Ace-10's, you know, it's around the line. Like, I mean, you don't normally like calling off with ace-10-0, but when you're four-handed, that value goes up, and as we can see, it wouldn't be in good shape if he did, but normally four-handed, Shulin, I'd imagine, is going to be jamming a lot of aces here, and that includes the ace-5, ace-4, ace-6 suited, which should be dominating. So,
okay, he's really interested here, Craig. He's up off the seat, checking up the chip stack. He's going to see this about half his chip stack to call here, and if he wins it, he is a massive, massive chip leader. So
we'd have to hit a 10 to win it. So.
He doesn't know this though, Craig.
No,
he doesn't know how far behind he is.
Yeah, so, I mean, if the cards play out here, most likely what's going to happen more often than not is Shulin would double up to 15 million and they'd essentially swap stacks. Big decision, and
going to call, I reckon. It's feeling like a call. He's counting out his chips, just figuring out what he's got, but we've seen Ken be pretty active. He hasn't folded too many premium hands, has he?
Yeah, once he's in a hand, he likes to play it out. And he would have seen a few of the hands that Shulin's played in this tournament, I'm sure, across the course of the time he was on the stream. And
goes for another time bank.
Shulin has far worse hands than ace-queen here. And it's probably what he's thinking, but I don't know. I think he'll find a fold.
No, and I reckon he'll call.
Call?
I'm feeling call, but this is not about play. This is just the feeling that I've got. Here we go. He's tossed a coin. That's about how close it is.
It is literally a coin flip. There's forehand at ace 10-0. You know, would be in that calling off stage, I believe. I could be wrong, but no, he does fold.
He's folded, and he's Shulin. I think it was Shulin. He yelled out, "No!" He wanted a call.
Only aces or kings?
Yeah, I mean, if you fade that snap call, that's the other thing. Shulin is then hoping for the call. So the longer he thinks about it, the more he thinks his ace queen is more likely in hand.
So good feel for you, Craig. I thought we were going to get a call there.
Yeah,
good fold.
Nice fold, Ken.
Can't wait to watch the stream.
Did you hear him then? Can't wait to watch the stream, he said. Wants to know what he had. He's actually told him that he had ace 10. And Shulin's told him it was a good fold.
Everyone else seems to think so.
Yes. Done well then. He doesn't realise how good a fold it was, but it was actually a good fold. And we've got Edwin Chu opening up 7-6 of diamonds. See these ranges opening up now, four-handed. Harvey, and
this is what you've got to do at this point.
Especially with that chip lead, and he takes it down, and
you've got a million chips going around every time too,
yeah,
Craig.
That's
you know,
what I was going to say. You took the words out of my mouth. 400 big blind, ante, 200 k small. That's 1 million, and
could be. That's why you have you here on the final table.
You know, that's going to those chips that you just take without even a contest make a huge difference.
Should you taught your poker?
Sorry?
Should you taught you poker, how to play poker? Or?
Can't you tell me not to talk poker?
I mean, 50 million in the tournament. $1 million in every round.
This is me winging it. It's like when I go and tell a woman that I'm good looking, tall, etc. You know, I'm just bluffing.
Bit of table chat from Ken.
Shulin off 20 odd. Let's just fold the ace-7 on the button. David Hurst, he is our short stack now. Limps queen 3 suited, and fair enough. Now Edwin can get after it here. He might put the max pressure on. I don't know how many monsters David limps, but a limp can be seen as weakness, so Edwin might just elect to bump it up. Looks like he did, and there's the fold. Well played, Edwin. He is here to keep the pressure on, and he's I think he's going to be hard to run down. I think Edwin's shown the most aggression of all the players at the table, and he's been getting some big hands. He's got helps when you get aces.
I know. He's well known in the chat. I can see that someone's come in and said he'll win easy here, no fear. So he's got a bit of support. A big cash game player, apparently.
I mean, he had aces at the final table twice already, we've seen.
Well, that does help.
And I know someone who had aces twice at the final table earlier this week, and that really helped when they got a trophy.
Yeah,
so
just you yourself, yes?
Yeah, I mean, it does help. I can attest to that. Right.
The trophy not only looks good, but if someone breaks into your house at night, that's a fair weapon, that glass trophy.
Yeah, and you don't want to have any, arguments with your wife either.
Or anyone. There's Edwin again. Picks up a hand. Ace-10 suited.
Another big hand. See if Ken's got anything to say about that. Does. Ooh, okay. So let's find a gut shot, backdoor flush draw. See Edwin's ahead.
Keep it tidy.
Checking over the ace. He's played this one nice and deceptive, Edwin. Just limped from the small blind. He has playing that limp strategy a lot. This time he's limped a big hand, and Ken's not going to put him on ace. So he's fired it out. I mean, Edwin's not going to put Ken on an ace when it's been checked from the big blind either, so.
1.2 million.
Check raise comes out.
Wow.
Now, Ken likes to see a turn card here with his gut shot. Ken loves to see the next card. He does have a gut shot back to a flush draw. I just think in this situation with two shorter stacks, he doesn't want to throw away such a commanding chip position. He likes to call. Okay. Buckle up. Heart.
You knew it was coming, didn't you? You just knew the heart was coming.
Yeah, makes it interesting. All of a sudden, Edwin's ace 10. He's got a little bit cause for concern with that turn card. If Ken did bet the flush draw on the flop, he just binked it.
He's only a 4 high for him, so it's not like he's got a big heart, but
Ken's got more reason to continue this time, so Edwin does go quite large, I think. 3.6 in the middle. And he goes just shy of half pot, 1.5. Building a big pot here. If Ken calls, there'll be 6.6 million in the pot, which is more than David's got. And it would propel one of these guys to the chip lead. Ken, as we see, calls, picking up that flush draw.
Look at all of those outs he's
and
got.
The river.
Oh, wow. Now, good card for Edwin.
Well, it is and it isn't. It gives him 2 pair. It does make the one-liner out there for the jack.
That's also true.
Interesting. So, I mean, if you're Edwin here, you don't want to bet and get raised, you'd vomit in your mouth, and he may just elect to check call, but that's just a time chip who's there. We did see some comments in the chat that Edwin's not afraid, so he may go for value with his 2 pair, although Ken in the big blind can easily have a jack and make a call, so it's an interesting spot now. If he does bet Edwin, he wants the side call, not the snap call. We can see he's going to get the snap fold, so no risk there for Edwin. He's gone for it. Ken is just going to fold, and I wouldn't imagine he'd waste a time bank. He has used quite a few, Ken. He's only down to 2 maybe. I've seen he's stuck there, so not much to know about here. You've got 4 high and fold. Just a frustrated fold. Too many outs maybe for Ken. Maybe that's what he's thinking.
Good chips for Edwin.
Yep. Ken's still in second position comfortably there. 12 million chips, but 30 big blinds or so. But Edwin shot to the chip lead now. 24 million. Horse is bolted here.
Good news for us. We're about to have a break.
Right.
It's been a couple of hours and a bit, actually, since we
started. Yeah.
It's
been a long session.
Feels like it's been a long session. It's just a 10-minute. Guys started. There's no big dinner break tonight from what I can see. I think they're only quick 10-minuters. But one of those is coming up shortly. That was the 6 max 2.5 buy-ins. Still 3 there. Edwin keeps getting hands. Ace jack this time on the button.
Keeping the pressure on.
Ken won't be going anywhere with the Queen 10 in the small.
Calls.
And Shulin's going to like the little suited connectors as well out of the big.
Yeah, he is. He does. He's got 23, 24 bigs there. So yeah, expected just a call here. 8-7 suited, can play quite well. No reason to raise. Does elect to fold though. Like,
well, that does surprise me. But here we go. That's fine.
Well, he might know Edwin and Ken like to play big pots. So I mean, if Edwin knocks out Kenny here, he can make almost 20k.
Could have got himself in trouble too, because he would have hit the 8. Edwin's hit the jack and 3 hearts out there. So Ken's got the flush draw. So there's plenty.
Ken's got the backdoor straight flush draw. To go perfect. I can't see him going anywhere. Got the gut shot as well. This could be another big pot here. Ken loves to play hands, loves to call, loves to see flops, and Edwin's got no sign of slowing down. Just wants to finish this quite quickly. Bet call. Check bet call, I should say. Turn card brings, and it'll be up to Ken.
It's like a black card, but
was it black, was
it does look like a black card.
Black 9 would be black queen, or a black 9 would change things. Haven't quite seen it yet. There's a bit of glare from those lights. There it is.
A black 9, you're right.
Black 9, wow, okay. Kenny Demlakian. Commanding lead now. He can't be taken down with this one. It's got the...
This is a disaster for Edwin
nuts at the moment. It's a little bit disguised as well, and Edwin doesn't like to slow down, so
absolute disaster for Edwin.
When Ken Snap says how much, it's a bit of a tell that he's got something, I reckon. I don't know if Edwin's picked that up there, but it looks like Ken went instantly. When he put chips in the pot, he was licking his chops, saying how much, and then as soon as he did, he wanted to know how much it was in there. How much am I getting? With the 10 of hearts, I like a call here, but no, all in, and that's going to give Edwin an escape route.
Well, yeah, it is, but I don't know if Edwin's going anywhere here.
I think he will, and the reason is because there's 2 short stacks, and if he calls, he's pretty much...
So the other reason he might fold is because we're on the break. So he's gonna fold here and have a big chip lead and be able to go and have something to eat.
He does have 4 time banks, so...
10 million, 25.
Basically, 10 million exactly.
It's not going to... He's got 2.5 minutes total.
Got to remember, he's already put 2.4 million in. He's been re-raised here. This is so it's not 10 million of his chips to call. It's 7.5.
Yeah, he doesn't have a heart in his hand, so.
But he's also going to know that Ken's capable of this.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And Ken's been active.
It's
just I think just more because it's a break here, that he might just go, you know what, I'm going to hang on to my chips and go off and have a break.
I mean, he's got 1 pair, and Ken's representing a lot of strength here. I'm not sure how many times this tournament Ken's put all his chips in the pot with nothing. You know, the only thing you can say about the only hand that Edwin's beating is a jack that's worse than the ace kicker, but all of those jacks have a draw as well. So jack 10, jack 9's 2 pair, jack 8's 2 pair.
And he's got no hearts, so even if he's ahead at this point, he's in jeopardy potentially.
What hands is he beating? He's literally beating 2 hands, Jack King and Queen Jack. So
yep, and I think you're right. I think he's going to put it in the
Jack
muck.
10, like it's just
He is, and as I say, I think part of that was that we're very close to a break. If not this hand,
he still has the chip
be
lead.
the next hand. Does play a factor that I think being able to just go away and have a chat, catch up on the stream potentially, get some messages. Ken got real lucky hitting that 9 there. Got shot straight, and he's still stacking chips. So Ken's up to 16 mil. Edwin still out in front, 19, nearly 20 mil. David Hurst now a short stack on 5, but again, it's not desperate, but it's a big gap between him and the 2 chip leaders. Again, he's not that far away from Shulin, and there's a big jump here from 4th to 3rd. 21,000 jump. Sorry, a 19,000 jump from 52 to 71,000. Ken on the button with ace queen. And David with queen 4.
Sorry.
So, might have called that break a bit early, Craig. Looks like they're having another hand, but again, we're 25 odd minutes behind live play. We're calling this as you're watching it. We don't call this live and then put it out on delay. So we have no idea what's going on out there.
Oh, here's another hand for Ken to raise up. And there she goes. Looks like $1 million. 800. And yeah, David is the shortest stack, but he's going to be losing 1 million chips every round. He's only got 4 of them, so 10 bigs. Find most likely find a jam here, I think. 4-handed play. I'm not too familiar with David. I mean, I have seen him out and about, but
it is an all-in.
He looks fairly solid.
Jack, have a look at this.
Definitely found the jam with ace-7. I like it from David. Edwin Chu with Ken behind him. He's folded the king jack. Fair enough. King. Kenny has.
4.3.
He's got 2 big blinds out there, and it's only another 8 to call. I'm gonna have to call this one, Ken, and Dave's gonna be at risk.
At risk, but in good shape.
And 25.
Yeah, you can see the graphics there. 60-40. David holds the lead. Plenty of people in the chat cheering for David, a few cheering for Ken. Oh.
Davis.
That's an unlucky one for David's gone 2 pair now, and David left with just a gut shot, and
that is just unbelievable.
David Hurst finishes in 4th place.
That is just unbelievable.
$52,000. Still a good payday, but he'll be disappointed. He got his chips in good.
Got his chips in real good, and we've seen so many come from behind.
Just unlucky.
And Ken stacks the chips. I'm sure this is a break now.
Saves. Yeah.
It is, and so we lose one right on the break. We're down to 3 now. GG's
Dave. Solid effort.
Yeah, what a great effort.
628 players. 4th place is pretty good, and it's not often you get a 4th place and get 50k, Harvey.
52k. Will be taking that to the bank, and we will be back very shortly. Grab something to eat, grab a drink at home. Back in 10.
65 call. Cool. Check.
So back after the break with 3 left now in this main event. See those chip counts up there. Ken, after the knockout just before the break, up to 22 mil. Edwin will take that down though. Now payouts, wow. I mean, this is now Mount Everest territory. Next player out, 71,000. And then we vault over 100K, 105K for second. 160 for winning this. It's been a really phenomenal series. And the climax here of the main event with 628 starting off and 3 left. Amazing main event this has been. 1,500 buy-in. Bit eerie out there, just a bit of a wander during the break. I've actually gone out and ordered some food from the bistro. They're fantastic here. They'll bring it over. And this poker room, a bit eerie now after being a hive of activity for so long this week, and virtually all the tables now have been packed up.
Yes.
Can you get that sort of
So what is it?
Can you make this
20.
Oh, the 20.
Yeah.
It was 20 before. Why did you change it?
It was always in 20s, just change them.
Yeah, try to
Did the coach speak to you in the break?
confuse you. So 20?
Yeah, if you could.
This is 60.
So that's 20, yeah?
Chat there about the
Yeah, sorry, I'll look.
No problem.
chip
All good, all
tournament.
good.
I think it was about chips. Anyway, it's fixed, whatever it was. Chip denomination chat, I think it was. But Ken, let's get back to it. On the small blind, Ken raising it up to $1 million with the Jack 7 and Shulin in the big blind with the Ace 10. Let's see, he's got a few friends railing him there. There are some stools up there on the stage for them, but choosing to stand.
2.4 mil.
And
2.4
they're going to hear him raise it up to 2.4. And Ken, as much as Ken likes to play, there'll be alarm bells for Ken. And
All in. All in goal.
he...
No, no, no.
Oh, wow. No, so there's no way that he's holding Jack 7. Okay.
I don't mind.
It's a King Queen, so obviously the graphics there were wrong for us. There's no way he's calling a Jack 7. King Queen he's calling though. He's still miles behind Ken, even with the King Queen. That means...
Three. Let's go! Nice hit.
Thank you. Okay, now question.
So clearly
I have a question, Evan. Do you guys
Ken
want to
did
have a look at the
not
number
win
or
that
you keep
hand.
going? Do you
Shulin
wanna have a
still
look at
in
the number
here.
or keep going?
Just ignore that graphic.
Okay.
It's good karma to talk about, I don't know.
I prefer to just play. I prefer to just
Okay,
play.
sure.
Sorry.
Oh, you just want to play?
Yeah, one play. No problem.
Nice. 10 taking that out, of course. And he stays alive.
Yeah.
我差不多，我现在有19、20吧，差不多，应该有。那个 Evan, you're too greedy. Why am I
Hey,
keep
Gavin
playing?
Effie joining me again. Just had a little,
have a look.
just a little bit of a graphic blip. Told us the wrong hand.
That's alright.
Yep.
King Queen, not a Jack 7, and the graphic obviously
You think you
gave
have
it
an edge?
there to Ken, but
So
it wasn't
it's
to
not
Ken.
heads up.
It is not heads up, so it'll just take a second for this to catch up. Clearly it's not heads up, we're still playing.
I'm not aware of any chop or deals or anything like that. So looks like we're playing out three-handed. Can't see the exact chip stacks, but they'll be fixed up shortly.
250, yeah?
So we're down to our final three.
So what's the small blind?
Shulin, Edwin Chu, and Ken 𝗣𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙 $71,000 locked up for each of these three. 105 and 165 for first. Huge payday. Massive field, massive prize pool. And we've got one of the best in the business to finish it off here, at least for the short term. 𝗣𝗑𝗢𝗪 is.
And Jacob's good at finishing off events. Again, just want to stress there, the graphics just need to catch up the wrong cards, which gave Ken the win there before. Knocking out Shulin, that wasn't the case at all. Shulin doubled up on that hand. So it's just going to take us probably a bit of a reset here. There you go. All of a sudden, we see that Shulin is back in the game.
Yep, so it is reasonably even stacks here. As you can see, that blinds are now 500k. So our shortest stack Ken has still got 24 bigs and plenty of play left. So he raised it up to $1 million, called by Edwin Chu, big blind, 6-8, and go to a flop. Three-handed plays are very different, high variance. So you can see they both pick up a straight draw here. Ken's got the lead at the moment and the two overcards to the board. Five would be very interesting. Doesn't roll off on the turn. Ken's still best. Edwin's got the range advantage here from the big blind. The low board. The jack's more on of Ken, but you can see Edwin's now taking the initiative in this pod, and
1.4.
That bet puts a bit of pressure on Ken. He's the shorter stack, so if he calls this bet and loses, he's sub 10 million. Looks like he is going to peel. Or is that a raise? No, just a call. Edwin's got those big 500k chips. And bang for Ken. It's the Barry. There's Barry. Interesting decision now for Edwin. He knows that that card hits Ken a lot, but doesn't necessarily mean he does have it. We can see he does, and should probably go bet call. Although he has gone really large, and Ken knows if he doesn't call, but he does. Yeah. Edwin shows the game's up, shows the 8 high, and Ken will rake that one in.
Absolutely no hesitation there from Ken, was there? For half his chip stack?
He wasn't at risk. I mean, if Edwin puts him all in, then I think you see Ken in the blender, because it was for his tournament life and
How about now?
a $34,000 pay jump. But not being at risk does make that call much easier.
Good luck.
Three-handed top pair is a good hand, and Ken rakes it in, stacking up those chips. He now takes the chip leader with that switch over, so the chip lead is going to chop and change a bit here, so anyone is able to win this. Could go any way of all three taking the win and the name up on the banner. I know Ken would love that name up on the banner of the photo. Absolute loves his poker, travels all around the world playing. So Shulin there just makes a snug fold, Jack 10-0.
I'll tell you, Craig, one of my great memories was actually being privileged enough to go over to Vegas the year after Joe Hasham won the World Series. Went over with Joe and his family and Tony. We're doing a bit of business together. I do have to say, getting out in the terminal at the Las Vegas airport, seeing Joe Hasham's banner full length from the roof of the terminal all the way to the floor as the reigning World Series champion was a moment. It was a huge moment for Joe too, but it was a moment.
Well, he entered, he went in the main event. World Series main event is a huge achievement. You get plenty for that, not just the banners, you get a lot of endorsements. They obviously get a huge paycheck. You get a big tax bill, and yeah, lots of opportunities. And Joe went on. He's not just a one-hit wonder with that. He then went on to win the WPT 5 Diamond as well. That's I think it was a 15k buy-in then at the Bellagio. So
yeah, that was pretty rapidly afterwards too. Within a couple of months, he backed that up.
He went on a run. Yeah, he made a appearance on High Stakes Poker as well, old TV cash game show, which I love, and I still watch reruns of that.
1 million?
He did feature on one episode of that, I believe. Yeah.
Call out to Joe. He was supposed to be up here. He's been crook. Wasn't able to make the State of Origin. I know he was pretty disappointed about that. Hope you're feeling a bit better, Joe.
Yeah, he would have been too. Actually, I did mention a couple of the players before that I spoke to. A few of them were a little bit disappointed they didn't get to play him because they were looking forward to the first, particularly the Tasmanians hadn't played him before. A couple of the young Tasmanians, Justin, Pace and Molly and that. But, you know, these things happen. You don't want to come to a series when you're sick and get even sicker or give it to someone else. So I hope Joe's all the best. Quick recovery, and we'll see him at future APTs for sure. He's one of the ambassadors and he'll definitely be at the 2 Melbourne series that have been announced in October and January. It's his hometown. Nothing will stop him there. I imagine the next we'll see him in the State of Origin in January, I believe. That'll be at the Melbourne series next year too, so that will be huge. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Hopefully I'm there in some capacity.
I'm not going to steal any of Tony Hasham's thunder, but there is some big news around all of that coming up, Craig. I think poker players in Australia are going to be very excited. Especially down in Melbourne, where we haven't had tournament poker for so long outside of Crown, and then we had that series at the Oakwood, which was such a success, and it's really opened the door now to push ahead with all of that.
Yeah. See, Ken finds an ace here on the button, and he's going to raise this one up. There's a new chip leader, makes it 1 million to go. Shulin found 5-3-0s. Looks like he's got a nice rail there too, plenty of support. And
Thank you.
Edwin, pocket 8s, snowmen in the big blind. Interesting decision here. A button open, could be any 2 cards almost with the chip lead, so we may see Edward just say, run it, show me 5 here. He may go for the non-all-in 3-bet as well. He's got 28 bigs, so no, he does request the triangle or the red all-in circles we've got at the APT here. Ken will ask for a count, and I'd imagine 2 he will fold. Heads up might be a call, but still 3-handed with so much to play for. I believe Ken will find a fold here. He's got, looks like 2, maybe 3 time banks left. He has used a few throughout the final table. And then spun into the muck there. Jacob collects those. He'll do another shuffle. And we'll move on to the next hand. 3-handed play. Main event. You can see the chip counts there. Ken, Edwin and Shu. From top to bottom, 165,000, 105 and 71 is what's left. A lot of money to play for.
You're a legend, Craig. Thank you for helping me get through my dinner there while I was sitting next to you.
That's what it was. I thought you took your shoes off. It was a Parmesan
That's
cheese.
the Parmesan cheese. Thanks very much for that. Shoes are on, but just commending the food here at the Bella Vista Hotel. I can do that further. The pasta
ragu,
pork and beef ragu, is very, very nice.
6-2 raise.
Yeah, they do a good job here. Shout out to the chefs, bar staff, everyone that's looked after us for the last 10 days. And I might let you commentate this hand. Harvey, I've seen a hand there that might be one of your new favourites.
Yes, Edwin Chu there with the John Farnham, as I've called it, the 2 strong hearts. Perhaps coined a phrase that might have some legs in poker. Let's see.
Certainly within Australian poker. I mean, I'm not sure I'd hear Jeff Platt or Ali Najad saying that one. Not sure how big John Farnham was over in the US if he performed at any of the casinos there, but
I did mention it to one of our young dealers yesterday, and who was very aware of John Farnham. Oh yeah, you're the voice. He also had a song called 2 Strong Hearts. Oh, okay. Didn't get it at all. They really muck with their head trying to figure out the voice. What's a King Jack ass got to do with the voice?
I'm surprised they knew that. They might have thought the voice was a TV show. Anyway, we have a big hand here. We saw Shulin. He's opened up ace 4 from the button. As you said, he's going to open quite a wide range here. So Edwin's re-raised with the Johnny Farnham.
The 2 folds.
3.6, and that's enough to take it down.
Did have a friend, Craig, who accidentally rather loudly broke wind on a tram in Melbourne last week, and he said 4 people turned around. He thought he was on The Voice.
I mean, I'll give that one a 4. I don't know. I've heard better.
Yeah.
I love the Johnny Farnham, though.
I'm sticking with the John Farnham. That's it, the 2 strong hearts. If anyone out there gets it in your home game or in your pub game, or
I mean, it could
future
apply
tours,
to King Queen of Hearts too.
it could any 2 strong hearts works.
Yeah.
5 raise, 1 million. 7 fold.
King 9. Opened by Edwin here, and 10-2 is also a famous hand in poker. I'm not sure Shulin will find a call here though. It's not
Doyle Brunson.
It's amazing that that's the winning hand in 2 back-to-back World Series.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so holds that in the market, and rightly so. Let's see what other hands Jacob can produce here. Got Noel in the chat there. G'day, Noel. It's been awesome seeing you. It was a fantastic railing you, cheering you home with those pocket queens to hold against Michelle in that State of Origin. Was right behind you, as you know. Big supporter of the Adopted Aussie team that took it down.
I'm surprised you've taken the Adopted Aussie cap off that you were wearing yesterday. You've gone with a bit more of a conventional Poker Tour cap today. That was a nice gift someone gave you on your desk, that Adopted Aussie cap.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Noel did very well. He probably outperformed, but in his mind, there wasn't a doubt, and he did. He got the win in the end, and that's what locked it up. So that was a great moment. It was all caught on video. If you haven't seen that, check out the APT live on Facebook for a fantastic State of Origin highlights video that our media expert Jamie did there. Plenty of great highlights of that day. Caught all the big moments. None bigger than Noel holding with the queens to take it down and seal the victory. And then them all in the winner's photo, jumping up and down. So, really good being State of Origin, and the Adopted Aussies. I mean, the Adopted Aussies represent a large portion of the Australian poker community. As we look at this hand.
Yes, it's still interesting here. Obviously, Ken is ahead here, hitting the king, but Edwin hitting the 6 there, and obviously he's
got 10 outs there, yeah, with the up and down straight
up
draw.
and down, so
Ken's got the spade though, so
he's
they will
get a chance to have a look.
And Bink, there it is.
Bang! Edwin finds the 10, which does give him that straight. I think he's going to know that he has to bet here. This is not an opportunity to let Ken go and try and pitch some chips in. If Ken's got anything, he's probably going to come along. So Edwin decides to push in a decent stack of chips there.
And he did this before when he had fresh air with the 8-6. So this time he's got it. So that might get him paid here. Ken does have the king, so I mean there is a one-liner out there. So it's the reason for the not snap calling here with top pair. Like, there is plenty of the beating. Kings are pretty vulnerable here, although 3-way. Be impressed there. Ken has made a great fold.
Ken.
Yeah, well, very nice fold from Ken. A lot of players would have just cycled there and be handing over that couple of million chips in Edwin's direction, but not Ken. As you can see, a rail there for Edwin now, or maybe Ken. They're certainly talking to Ken. Last few players here to watch this unfold as well live. Perhaps be part of that rail photo for whoever they're supporting, and that's Josh Baraba, I should say. He had a deep run, finished in 6th place for 32k. So he's hung around to watch the action unfold. Shulin now, 8-7 suited on the button.
2 raise. 1 million. 2-5 fold.
Just north of 20 bigs here, so too much to jam, I'd say. Just likes it, 8-7 suited, beautiful, pretty hand. And King 7's very defendable, and Ken agrees. So Jakey will take us to a flop here. Ken flops best. Shulin does have the heart draw working for him as well, but Ken's currently big equity favourite. Need to be perfect for Shulin. See his rail there, keenly watching on. A lot of support. Good to see them here.
See 2 bets.
Stuck around or
800.
Just
800.
Driven in the last minute to watch their man.
Couldn't knock them either way, could you? You're going to come in and have a look at this when you're paying for 165k on top, and Shulin already guaranteed 71k.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice dinner.
Yeah, I'd be coming in if it was a mate of mine. You know, you're going to probably have a big night either way.
Might go to one of those, might get a banquet, something like that. Plenty of food. In and around Sydney, you can go and have a nice feed, and imagine it'd be a lovely dinner. 71,000, you bust now. Might be dinners for a few weeks in a row. And a holiday if you win the first prize of 165,000. You see Shulin, he's picked up that flush draw now. Got those 7 outs up the top there. Checked over to Ken again. Checked it back, I should say. And that's not going to do it. So Shulin with no showdown value now. If Ken was to check this over, which he does, Shulin knows he's got 8 high. He cannot win this pot unless he bets. So because he made no showdown value, a 4-liner has rolled off. We have seen him go for it before. Is this another one where he does? And will Ken call him? I believe, unless he goes big and puts Ken right to the test, it will be called. No, he checks back, and he saved himself some chips there. Ken shows the King 7 and will take this one down.
Yeah, that would have been an interesting one there, Craig, if he'd made a play. But, again, probably can't see Ken folding unless it was a massive, massive bet. So I'm with you. Saved himself a bit of dough there, did Shulin.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to give up. I mean, even when you do have no showdown value, I mean, there are some runouts that you just cannot represent anything really. Although it doesn't stop the best, some of them just have no fear and they're very good players. And as I said, if you did go all in, it would have been interesting. But we go on. We do go on, and we say it often. If you're at this pointy end of an event like this, you are a good player, and you might make a misstep somewhere along the way, but it's very, very hard to criticise play when you've battled through a field of 628 and finish up in the last 3. Sometimes the cards are going to play themselves out. Sometimes you're going to make some incredible calls and folds, and
inevitably, you're going to make a misstep or two.
Have we had a winner in the six max yet?
Still going.
Still going.
Sorry, the six max is done. The other one, that Madness, that's still going. Behind.
Oh right, okay.
But
did Liam 𝗣𝗬𝗢𝗦𝗢 win?
I think Liam was. Well, I'm not prepared to say because I don't know.
I'm not sure if spider cam's going around there. I just to check. I didn't think to look at that on the break.
There was 3 of them left the last time we had a look. It's definitely finished.
Yep. Liam 𝗣𝗬𝗢𝗢 did in fact win.
Saw Liam out when I was getting my pasta, so I wasn't prepared to say. I knew he'd definitely finished, but I didn't know that he'd won it, so well done. Who was second?
34,000. Robert Spano second, 22,000. And Jim 𝗣𝗠𝗠𝗠 15,000. So,
pretty good.
Yeah, well done. That was a great event. 2.5K final day, 45 entries, and Liam's taken it down. And that was a tough field too. He's done really well there. He's in some form. Some big names in that field. Angel Gillian, Matt Wakeman, he was of course on the final table. Jared Thatcher, 𝗣𝗢𝗢𝗡 Ambassador.
So big hand here to Craig. Shulin's pushed all in with his pocket sevens.
Yep.
Edwin's got ace-9 here on the big blind. It's another 9 million to call, and Ken's already raised this with a king-8 suited.
9,550.
9,550,000.
Yeah.
Wow, this has got to be close for Edwin. It's got to be on the borderline here.
Fold.
The borderline is fold, and Ken's going to give this up to Shulin. Gets his shove through.
Getting open that I think I can call up.
Walking sticks. And he vaults up to 12 million. Edwin's still ahead here, but we've seen how quickly this can change. Harvey Silver with you here. Craig Abernathy will be taking you through to the end. There's only 3 left. It heads up. We'll have a short break, I'm sure, as the players get a chance to refresh and maybe even have a chat about a deal. If anything does happen, I'm sure we can bring that to you. It will depend on a whole lot of things. Firstly, it'll depend on who the final 2 are, and then it'll depend on chip stacks, I imagine, when we get there, but we're still miles from it. Shulin still with 12 million chips.
Yeah, they're fairly even, and we see that chip lead's changed a couple of times. Ken had it, then Edwin had it, then Ken had it. Now Edwin's got it back again, and then Shulin's just surviving here and staying in touch, and it's very close. So still a lot of play. The cards are going to decide it, obviously, and these 2 hands go up against each other. Ken makes the best of it. 6 pair of 6s. I think in position here, he might have a double here. Just bet maybe 1.5 bigs.
7 bets, 800,000.
It's like 800K. And Ed's got not much here. I think it's a fold, yeah, and Ken takes that one in, so evens up a bit more. Three-handed action here. APT New South Wales Champs main event. Big money on offer, 165K.
I know we keep mentioning it, but it's worth mentioning over and over. 165, 105 and 71. That's 1,000 for what's remaining here.
Yeah.
It's quite incredible. There's
over 300k.
mate, this it's quite incredible.
2 fold.
I want to thank everyone who came out and played. Sydney, you've turned it on. It's a great week to come in and play poker too, because the weather has been horrendous. This is as bad as I've seen it in Sydney. I don't think it's stopped raining for a week. Cold. I'm up here from Melbourne. Normally we're the ones getting criticised, and it's been beautiful and sunny in Melbourne for most of the week from what I've been told, and absolutely horrendous up here. So good days to be inside at this really, really top venue, Bella Vista Hotel, in this brand new room. We were hearing from Chris Waddy, who's a local and was commentating with me. Says he's used to come here to hang out. And this was actually a big shed. He used to park his car under here, he said, when he drive here. And this room has been transformed into a huge entertainment venue. And the soft launch has been the Australian Poker Tours, the first time that they've had something like this in here. Edwin picking up the open-ender as well as being ahead at this point. This is going to host some big gigs from next week, I understand. They're going to start having some DJs in here and some bands. And it's going to go off. So we thank the Bella Vista, of course, for looking after us. The boys from Kings who've been Tony Hasham's eyes and ears leading up to this and really organised this venue for the Australian Poker Tour. So thanks to all those guys.
Yep. So both players flopped a gut shot here. And check bet. So
Edwin's got the open ender.
Yeah, sorry, open ended. Yeah, both got flipped straight for gut shot, obviously, and they've both got that backdoor flush draw with the heart working. And Ken likes to continue a lot of these hands, which I don't blame him here. Be some interesting river cards now. That's not changing much, although you can see 17 outs for Ken.
Love the production suggestion there, thank you, and we love it in the chat. We could not find a curtain big enough to put behind them there. That's an enormous opening. We're up on the stage here, and there's just no way you could close that off. There's no curtain in front of the stage here as yet. But yes, you're right, it would have been nice to let our bump out crew get on with their job.
Yeah,
on the other
it was
side.
great when the other tables were there. You could see how buzzing the room was. At the moment now we can just see...
there's Annie.
Annie doing a bit of housekeeping.
Working away.
They do such a great job, all the staff here.
The other way of looking at that is here's their chance to get a little bit of screen time, and we can see that they're working. But yeah, this is an enormous space, and it would have been, as I say, pretty much impossible to curtain that off. We're not far away though from the end of this, and it also, I suppose, gives everyone at home a bit of an idea of how big the operation here is. And there's Josh Monk walking across, our head of operations, talking about that. It's It's a huge undertaking. People think it's a matter of bringing in some poker tables and some dealers. It's way beyond that. A lot of setup time, a lot of negotiation, and you've got to make it really work for the players. The players are not only going to come, but they've got to come back, and they've got to come back each day. They've got to come back for the next series. So Tony Hashem and his team work really hard on trying to get all of that right. Hope you've enjoyed it. There's Ken with the Kings, King Kenny.
Yep, he's got the king on the hat. His name with Ken. And just checks it too. He's going to let Edwin go for it here, I think. Yeah, very sneaky. It would have been...
He's hit too. He's hit Edwin.
three rolls off. Wow. But as we can see, Kenny being very cagey here. He knows Edwin just goes for it. Now, Edwin's checked this 3 over as you'd expect.
7 bets.
Yeah, Ken
850.
takes the lead now.
850.
With that kind of board, Ken's obviously happy, but Edward, yeah, can't see the cards obviously, so doesn't know how much trouble he's in here. Just the 5 outs. Could turn some more equity with a heart.
5 calls.
Comes with call.
I didn't think he was going anywhere there, having hit the board, so
No, that's
let's
right.
see what happens.
And wow.
Oh, can you believe this? This is just happening all the time.
Not only has he picked up the heart draw, he's picked up the 3, and that
wow,
could spell the end for...
How does Ken save his money here?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
he's
it's gone
checked
check.
it back. Yeah, wow. So...
Oh, no, and now he's got a full house.
I mean, Jacob's come in and he's
This is Jacob.
produced an interesting hand here. Jack 3 is going to absolutely destroy Kings.
He's checked.
Now Ken will bet this size big.
Could
I
you
reckon.
imagine if Ken checks this back? Could you actually imagine?
I mean, I'd be amazed, but
He's not
he's not going to.
going to, of course, but...
The
geez,
only
that
thing
would-
is here, I mean, it's just interesting the way this played, and I think Ken's going to save his tournament life here by checking back that turn.
Did you see
I mean,
what Ken's bet here? 1.6. That's all he's bet.
Yeah,
1.6.
He's actually betting, and I think he's betting this to induce, right? Of some bluff out of Edwin, and we know Edwin's capable of bluffs. That's what makes Edwin such a dangerous player. He's not afraid. He's fearless, and
So when
he
he's
will
got
go
it,
for it. So
yeah,
when he's
so
got
when
it,
he's got
it,
it
dangerous.
looks bad, doesn't
He's
it?
a very dangerous player.
And this is plenty, of course, as you'd expect. It's 3.4 more. So he's raised it 5 million.
Ken doesn't have a heart,
And Ken's
so he's
just thrown
gonna
it
call,
straight
right?
in. And Ken saved his life here.
He did.
Ken could have gone absolutely bust there. So
Yeah.
he has lost a lot of chips, but geez, he could have lost them all really easily.
Yep, that was, yeah, interestingly played by Ken, and it's worked out very well for him just to lose an absolute minimum.
Incredible. What a run out that is. Kings, your eyes light up. Poor
Yeah.
Jack 3. You get a 3 on the flop.
He
and
slow played it there, and yeah, it worked out well. Doing some accounting there, a bit of a chip reduction, upgrading the 25Ks for bigger chips. There they are.
Craig, that's played standard, and Ken's gone, right? That was such a non-standard play there.
I mean, yeah, Ken can raise it up, and then Edward could just fold, or Ken could raise it up and everyone can call. And if that happens, it's sort of like almost like a 3-bet pot or whatever. Then it upsizes it, and then Ken bets on the turn as well. It's all over, of course. But yeah, I'm sure it was. The reasoning there was just one of the way hands can play, and as I said, like that's the beauty of poker. You can play hands that many different ways. Get a different result every time. See
Shulin.
two queens colliding here. No, Shu passes that one up. So he said he's gone into second in chips now, or Ken. But even though he did lose the minimum, it did chop him down a bit, and he's third in chips now. That won't worry him though. Ken will be finding a hand, and he'll be going with it. So 16 to 17 bigs.
Potentially moves us, fast forwards us a little bit towards heads up, I would have thought here, with one big chip leader. The other two, they're going to get the pressure put on them by Edwin. And
that's right. Definitely. That's exactly right, Harvey. You've nailed it there. They, with the two shorter stacks and the runaway chip leader, you know, there's 71 for third, 105 for second. So you got $34,000 swing. You don't want to bust third. You want to bust second, obviously. And when you're both short, Edwin can put them all in, either of them, at any time he likes. So they've got to be a little bit cautious, and that just allows Edwin to go right, you know, go nuts. And
there's an example. Yeah, just 8-2 and gets a walk, because it's just, you can't be really risking too much here. But yeah, that's
and that's what makes it. That's what makes Edwin dangerous. You know, it's a guessing game. He's going to be raising here every hand, and sometimes it's going to be value, right? So more often it's not. But if you find the one when he does have value, then you're going to get called and you'll be at risk.
Of course, if it is Edwin who busts out the next player, we're going to have a really one-sided chip count going into heads up as well.
Yep, that's also true. Shulin now. 15, 16 bigs. Lines have jumped up to 600k.
So as you say, Edwin stays in a hand there, just with 9-5. But Ken's picked up a good hand.
Is he just called there? He's still played this limp strategy all day from the small blind. It's interesting. I haven't seen him raise from the small blind, I don't think. And I mean, 9-5's. I mean, not a hand you really want to raise. I mean, I'd rather raise with it than just call with it. I mean, a lot of the time I'd just fold 9-5 there, even three hand with the chip lead.
But what he's doing.
I wouldn't limp.
What he's doing is changing it up, and it's making him hard to play too.
Yeah, it is. But as a chip leader, I prefer raise or fold. You know, put the pressure on him, or just don't play the hand, because it's a. You know, there's not too many flops that hits, and if you're just limping, you're hoping to see a flop, and you can get into trouble with 9-5-0.
Yeah. But now he gets aces. Now this will be interesting. You know, he might limp here just to try and induce someone to come in with him. So
yeah, I mean, from the button though,
he's not going to limp.
I don't think he'd limp from the button. It's a bit weird, but
going to raise, but only up to 1.2. Ken again, very playable hand. Queen
doesn't
10.
Want to scare anyone off here. Ken's got Queen 10, and as you know, Edwin should be raising any two, so Ken could go for the raise here, and looks like he.
And Shulin's got the fives. I think Shulin might be coming over the top here.
Yeah, and that will save Ken.
Yeah, he's going to come over the top surely.
Yeah.
This is his opportunity with a pair. Well, he's going to feel it's his opportunity. Unfortunately, Edwin's sitting there with the Rockets.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. A pair three-handed is a lot of hand, and we're going to need a 5 for Shulin to survive, I reckon. Puts the time back in.
He's just dragging it out a little further, but
I mean, every time Shulin's tanked and used a time bank, he's had it value hand. So,
yeah. I mean, this again just seems a standard play, doesn't it? That if he's going to push all in, and he's thinking he'll get potentially one player to fold, and might get both of them to fold, and if he gets one, this is it. It's exactly what's happened.
He's pushed got his all rail in there. He's going to need them. So Edwin's in this position.
Yeah, so Edwin's going to just hold a little bit, because he's not going to call straight away, because he's got Ken behind him still.
He does want Ken to come along too, but Ken is never coming along.
I don't know if Ken had come along with kings in this position. If
Yeah,
there's a chance then to,
if it was just a call, he would. But yeah, his Ken's not coming. It's probably 2% of hands he's coming along here, and that Queen 10 ain't one of them. So
just a
bit of Hollywooding here
a
from
little bit of
Edwin,
Hollywooding,
obviously.
and he goes all in. This puts Ken all in. And Ken, as you say, will fold here without question and let these two fight it out. And he's going to be rapt to see that Edwin's got aces and Shulin has fives, because this is going to vault Ken up to heads up unless Shulin can find a five. Can he find a five and double up?
Here we go. Jacob's going to lose a flop. No, not there. He does have the diamond draw. If we do turn a diamond, he picks up that flush draw as well. His outs will increase. Not to be.
King, it's now only one of the two fives in the deck.
Shulin needs his rail to stand up behind him and cheer for that five.
It's not, it's an 8. And Shulin leaves us in third for $71,000. Well played, Shulin. And we move into heads-up play in the main event.
Fantastic payday. I mean, he came in this morning, today, about 4 or 5 hours ago, and had 17,000 in the bag. Now he's got 71, so that's not a bad day's work.
So, news is that we aren't actually taking a break here. We're just going to move seats so it's a little more presentable for us for the broadcast. And there's Berkey moving the chips over.
Berkey's got a work to do there with all those chips from Edwin Chu. As you said, if Edwin took out one of the players, he's going to have a monstrous chip lead. Ken's got about 12 bigs, 13 bigs, I think, and Edwin has the rest. 50 million chips in the tournament. 4-1 chip lead.
There was Ken going over and just congratulating Shu on his third place. As we can see, there is straight into play, and that will mean no deals have been done. You'd expect no deals with this sort of chip lead that Edwin has. They'll be playing it out. Ken will be looking at a very quick double up to get himself back into this, but he is a massive dog as we sit at the moment. We have seen players come back from way worse positions than this to win tournaments, so Ken will be hoping for some cards as we move in. And there's the trophy. Berkey bringing, well, you've got one of those. I think yours is a little bit smaller than that, but it's still that heavy, beautiful glass, isn't it, Craig? It's a lovely...
Yeah, the major events here do have the slightly bigger trophy, and the side events, like I won the other day, is just the slightly smaller one. They're really nice trophies, though. It's my first APT trophy, and yeah, I mean,
so straight all in on the first hand for Edwin, and Ken folds. Yes, congrats to you. I mean, you say it's a side event. It was a side event. You can tell people how much money you won if you like, but you did win a tournament and won a trophy, and that is such an achievement here on the Australian Poker Tour.
Trophies are hard to win. The last one I won was January last year, I think, and yeah, anytime you get a trophy, it's pretty special. So anyway, we'll get back to this. I mean, short heads-up play with a huge chip lead, and I mean, I think there's going to be all-in calls, probably every hand, so I don't think we're going to be far away.
Edwin, Queen 3.
Almost all in again.
All right,
yep.
All in. Ken's
9 highs.
Throws them away.
Yep. Alrighty.
I think Edwin's made his tactics pretty clear here.
Yep, Ken down to 10. Still workable stack heads up, but
if he wins 2 all-ins in a row, they're back to
that's right.
pretty much even.
That's
so
exactly right, yeah.
we've got to feeling if he does win the first one, Edwin won't be just throwing the chips around. But he's going to try and end it here clearly.
Edward's not afraid, neither is Ken. Both these players absolutely fearless. They're not scared of busting. They're not scared of second. They're not worried about...
Well, Ken's going to be going all in here, and it just depends on
how
what
he plays
Edwin
it.
decides to do.
Well, it just depends how he plays it. He all in probably...
Yeah, he's
looks
all in. He's
weaker.
only got
Yeah.
six point, and Edwin's got a really poor 6-3.
He's got a good baccarat hand. I'm not sure if he plays baccarat, but that's a natural 9. No good in hold'em. Depends on the flop.
Yep, those so. Ken gets a few chips back.
Yeah, so no fireworks yet. All in fold, all in fold, all in fold.
If I don't get a chance, Craig, I just want to thank you for being with me for a lot of this. Craig 𝗣𝗢𝗎𝗍. Should plug all your socials while you got the chance.
Yeah, the Australian Poker Schedule. That's a website where you can check out and find every major series around Australia on there. All the info for those. Dealers find it quite
And this
handy,
is the
but
one-
let's get into this.
This is the one as Ken goes all in, or calls all in, with the King 90 is ahead. I'll tell you what, it's Jacob though. I'm going to back there's a queen or a 5 on this flop somewhere, because it is Jacob who tends to end tournaments very quickly. The dealer.
Ken fans, get out there. You need a hold. You need a hold. So
Pretty
far,
safe,
so good.
Pretty safe at 8-3.
Turn is... Oh.
I told you. I told you. I told you. He needs a king or a 9 to stay in it. Does not get it. We have our winner. Congratulations, Edwin Chu wins $165,000.
The namesake, Edwin.
Edwin wins our main event winner. He's beaten a field of 628 players, just quite incredible. And we'd be amiss not to congratulate Ken, who's pocketed $105,000. What an incredible main event. As they pack up behind them, we pack up here too. Thank you so much again, Craig 𝗣𝗢𝗎𝗍𝗢, for being with me. Harvey Silver with you here. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. We will see you soon in Melbourne for the next Australian Poker Tour. But until then, it's good night.
You know what you're doing with this, don't you?